Hi there. Are you enjoying the view of Mount Fuji?
Yes, it's absolutely breathtaking. I can't believe how lucky I am to be here.
Yes, Mount Fuji is one of the most picturesque places in Japan. It's no wonder why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
I heard that you're a travel photographer. Do you have any tips for taking the perfect photo of Mount Fuji?
Of course. First, make sure you have a clear view of the mountain. It can be hard to get a good shot if there's too much fog or clouds.
That makes sense. What about lighting?
The best lighting is usually early morning or late afternoon when the sun is at a lower angle. That way, you can capture the golden hour light on the mountain.
Good to know. What camera do you use?
I use a Canon 5D Mark IV. But really, any decent camera will work. The most important thing is to use the right settings.
I see. Can you show me how to adjust the settings?
Sure, let me take a look at your camera. Here we go. Let's increase the f-stop to get a wider depth of field and adjust the ISO to 100 for clearer photos.
Wow, that looks great. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Remember to use a tripod to keep your camera steady, and don't forget to enjoy the view with your own eyes too.
I definitely will. Thanks again for your tips.
Anytime. Happy shooting. Hey, B. How's it going?
Not too shabby, hey. What's on your mind?
I've been thinking about DDoS attacks lately. Have you ever dealt with one of those before?
Oh yeah, they're a real pain in the butt.
So what do you think we should do to combat them?
Well, first we need to make sure we have a strong defense system in place.
Agreed. But what about when the attack actually happens?
We'll need to be quick on our feet and work together as a team.
I've heard about using a CDN to absorb the traffic. What do you think about that?
That's definitely an option. We can also set up a network of proxies to distribute the traffic.
Proxies can be tricky though. We'll need to make sure we're not creating any additional vulnerabilities.
Good point. We'll also need to monitor the traffic flow and identify any suspicious activity.
And what about the users who are trying to access our sites during the attack?
We'll need to handle them differently, possibly redirecting them to a backup server until the attack is over.
Right. And what about using AI or machine learning to detect and prevent attacks?
Definitely. That's an area where we can always improve and stay ahead of the game.
This is all great stuff, B. I'm feeling more confident already.
Don't get too comfortable, hey. We never know when the next attack might hit.
You're right about that. But at least I know I can count on you to have my back.
Always, my friend. That's what teamwork is all about.
Good morning, B. How's everything going?
Hey. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this huge database for drug research. It's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be a lot to handle. But we can work together to streamline it and make it more efficient.
That sounds great. I was thinking about using some BI tools to help visualize the data.
Excellent idea. I was also considering implementing some automated data integrations to save us time and reduce human error.
Smart move. We definitely don't want any mistakes when it comes to drug development. Hey, have you tried the new coffee spot down the street?
Not yet. Is it any good?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. They have this iced latte that's to die for.
Sounds like we'll have to check it out on our lunch break.
Definitely. And while we're there, we can brainstorm more ways to optimize this database.
Sounds like a plan. So, what about integrating some predictive analytics to help us identify potential drug candidates?
I like it. We can also use machine learning algorithms to optimize clinical trial designs.
Brilliant. We're going to make this database work like a charm.
That's the spirit, eh? And hey, don't forget to grab a pastry at the coffee shop. You deserve it for all your hard work.
Laughs, thanks, B. I could use a little pick-me-up. Let's get started on our project plan when we get back to the office.
Agreed. Can't wait to see what we can do with this database.
Hey B, have you had a chance to think about the online art exhibit we're planning to build?
Yeah, I've been brainstorming some ideas. What do you think should be the main focus?
Well, I was thinking of having a virtual gallery that showcases different kinds of art.
Sounds interesting. How about we add a feature that lets users interact with the artwork?
That's a great idea. Maybe we can have a 360-degree view of the artwork to make it more immersive.
And we can also have a feature that allows users to leave comments or reactions on the art pieces.
Yes, and we can also add a section for art patrons to purchase the artwork if they like it.
Good thinking. Hey, how about we also add a search bar that allows users to filter the artwork based on artist, medium, or category?
That's a good call, B. It'll help users find what they're looking for easily.
And what about having some artists do live demos on our platform? That will give users a chance to interact with the artists directly.
Great idea, B. We can also share some insights into the artist's creative process through blog posts and videos.
I like it. And how about adding some social media features that allow users to share their favorite artworks?
Yes, let's do that too. It'll help get the word out and bring more people to the platform.
And we can also have a feature that suggests similar artworks or artists based on user preferences.
Brilliant idea, B. It will help users discover new artists and artworks they might not have come across before.
I'm excited to work on this project, hey. It's going to be a lot of fun and challenging at the same time.
Yes, it is. But I'm confident that our team has what it takes to pull it off and make it a success.
Agreed. Let's get started on building this amazing virtual art exhibit.
Hello there, how's the weather looking today?
Hi, it's not looking too good today. We've got some heavy rain and strong winds expected in the afternoon.
Oh, that's not good news. Do you think it will affect our flights?
I'm afraid it might cause some delays and cancellations. Safety is our top priority, so we have to take precautions.
Of course, safety always comes first. Thanks for letting me know. Is there anything we can do to prepare for this?
Well, we could try to adjust the flight schedule if possible, or keep an eye on the weather updates and communicate with the pilots accordingly.
That sounds like a plan. Hopefully, we can minimize the impact on our passengers.
Definitely. We'll do our best to keep everyone informed and safe. By the way, have you ever flown through a storm before?
Yes, a few times actually. It's not the most pleasant experience, but it makes for a good story afterwards.
I can imagine. I've always wondered what it's like to be up there when the weather is rough.
It can be bumpy and noisy, but you have to trust the plane and the crew. They're trained to handle these situations.
I see. Well, I'm glad we have experienced professionals like you on board. Stay safe and dry out there.
Thank you, we'll do our best. And thanks for all your hard work in keeping us informed about the weather. It's a crucial aspect of our operations.
You're welcome. It's all part of the job. Let's hope for some sunny skies soon.
Hey B, ready for our outdoor training in the hills?
Absolutely. I was looking forward to it since we scheduled it.
Great. We'll start with a warm-up jog and then move on to some bodyweight exercises.
Sounds good. I could use a good sweat.
We'll make sure to take breaks and drink plenty of water. Safety first, right?
Absolutely. Hey, do you have any music suggestions for our workout?
Let me see. How about some upbeat pop music to keep the energy high?
Perfect. I need something to keep me motivated.
Speaking of motivation, how have you been feeling about your progress lately?
Honestly, a bit frustrated. I feel like I'm not making as much progress as I want to.
It's normal to feel that way sometimes, but don't forget that progress is progress, no matter how small.
You're right, I shouldn't be too hard on myself.
Absolutely not. And besides, our workout today will definitely make you feel better.
I'm ready for it. Let's get started.
All right, let's do this. Hi there. You must be the environmental expert that my friend mentioned. I'm a farmer and a lover of nature.
Yes, that's me. It's great to meet you. It's lovely here in the countryside, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm very passionate about the environment, and I want to learn more about how I can protect it.
It's really important that we work together to protect the environment. One way we can do this is to reduce the use of pesticides and fertilizers.
That might be a challenge for me. I need to make sure my crops are healthy and well-nourished.
I understand, but there are other ways to ensure healthy crops without using harmful chemicals. You could try using organic methods like composting, crop rotation, and natural pest control.
That's true. I've heard that organic farming has become very popular in recent years. Do you think it's worth a try?
Definitely. It's better for the environment and for the consumers who will be eating your crops.
I like the sound of that. What else can I do to help protect the environment?
You could also consider using renewable energy, like solar or wind power, to run your farm. You could even sell excess energy back to the grid.
Wow, I never thought of that before. That could really help cut down on my energy bill.
Yes, it's a great way to save money and help the environment at the same time.
Thank you so much for all of these suggestions. I'm excited to try them out and see how they work on my farm.
You're welcome. It was great chatting with you, and if you have any more questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me anytime.
Will do. Thank you again for your time and advice. Have a great day.
You too. Take care, and good luck with your farming.
Hey B, how's it going?
Good, good. Just trying to optimize this image processing algorithm for our project. It's been quite the challenge.
Yeah, I heard your team has been struggling with that. Anything I can help with?
Actually, I was hoping to get your input on a few things. Specifically, how to improve the speed of the algorithm.
Okay. Have you considered using parallel processing?
Yeah, we've looked into that. But we're concerned about potential memory issues with larger images.
I see. Well, have you considered using pipelining to further optimize parallel processing?
That's actually a great idea. It's definitely worth considering. How about you? Have you been working on any exciting projects lately?
Yeah, I've been working on some AI-assisted image categorization software. It's been really fascinating to see how machine learning algorithms can improve accuracy.
That's awesome. I've always been interested in AI, but I've never really dived into it myself.
Yeah, it can be pretty daunting at first. But once you get the hang of it, it's a really powerful tool.
Definitely something to consider for the future. But for now, I think we still have some work to do on this image processing algorithm. Have you tried any other optimization techniques?
Yeah, actually. I've been looking into SIMD instructions to speed up processing. It's been showing some promising results.
That's great. I think we could definitely benefit from that.
Yeah, and with the right tweaks, we might even be able to improve the quality of the output images as well.
Wow, that would be fantastic. Do you think you could give me some more details on that?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Let's grab some lunch and chat more about it.
Sounds good to me. Thanks for your help, hey.
Hi there. Can I help you with anything today?
Yes, I'm just wondering if you have any special deals going on right now?
Absolutely. We have a few things on sale at the moment. Are you interested in any particular items?
Actually, I'm not sure. Could you tell me which items are on sale?
Of course. Right now, all clothing is 20% off, and select electronics have discounts up to 30% off.
Oh wow, that sounds great. Are there any specific electronics that are on sale?
Yes, we have some laptops and headphones on sale right now.
That's awesome. Do I need any special coupons to get these deals?
Not at all. These discounts are automatically applied at checkout.
Perfect. How long will these sales last?
They will be going on for the rest of the week, so you have plenty of time to take advantage of them.
Great. I'll definitely have to check out those laptops.
Sounds like a plan. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Hey B, I heard we're tasked to design a new travel app. Have you thought about the features we should include?
Yeah, I think we should definitely have a feature that provides information on local attractions and landmarks. People love to learn about different cultures when they travel.
That's true. We should also consider having a section that offers recommendations for nearby restaurants and food spots.
Definitely. And to take it up a notch, we could incorporate a feature that provides users with popular dishes and drinks from the area they're in.
Wow, that's a great idea. What about a section for local events and festivals?
Absolutely. We could even integrate ticket purchasing for those events in the app.
This is shaping up to be quite the app. How about a feature that helps users plan their itinerary for the trip?
Yes, we could have a day-by-day planner with a map feature that helps people navigate around the city.
And we could add in a My Favorites section so that users can save the places and activities they're interested in visiting.
Brilliant. But hey, let's not forget about security for the users. We need to make sure their information is safe.
Totally agree. We'll need to implement strong security measures to safeguard their data.
Well, let's get started on designing this new travel app. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Definitely. The possibilities are endless. I'm looking forward to it too. Hi there. Where are you headed?
Hi. I'm off to a business conference in New York. You?
Same here. Sounds like we might have some common ground. What's your area of expertise?
I work in enterprise management consulting. How about you?
I'm a seasoned business consultant. Looks like we're both in the same industry.
Definitely. So, what do you think about the current state of business strategy?
There's certainly a lot of competition out there, but with the right know-how and experience, any company can thrive.
That's a strong perspective. I think it's important to stay innovative in the market, especially with the rise of technology impacting industries.
That's a good point. Staying up to date with industry trends while being able to adapt and pivot business strategies is key.
Absolutely. Also, I believe creating a company culture that promotes collaboration and growth is essential to successful enterprise management.
I couldn't agree more. Empowering employees and encouraging a positive work environment only strengthens company success.
Exactly. It's always great to meet like-minded professionals who understand the importance of business strategy and management.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's always nice to connect with colleagues in the industry. Have a great conference. Hi there. How are you enjoying the view?
It's incredible. I'm getting some amazing shots up here.
I'm glad to hear that. As a mountain guide, it's always great to see people appreciating nature.
Definitely. Speaking of nature, do you have any tips for capturing the landscape here?
Sure thing. First, try to shoot during the golden hours, which are an hour after sunrise and an hour before sunset.
Got it. What about the composition?
Rule of thirds always works well. Also, try to capture a foreground element to give your shot some depth.
That makes sense. I'll keep that in mind. Hey, have you seen any wildlife up here?
Not yet, but keep your eyes peeled for blue mountain skinks and lyrebirds.
Wow, I'll definitely be on the lookout for those. Hey, have you ever climbed Mount Everest?
Haha, not quite. I specialize in hiking and climbing around the Blue Mountains area.
Fair enough. It's still impressive. What's the most challenging climb you've ever done?
Probably Mount Kosciuszko in winter. The weather can be unpredictable and the tracks get pretty icy.
That does sound challenging. How long have you been a mountain guide for?
Almost 10 years now. I love taking people on adventures and showing them the beauty of our national parks.
That's amazing. You must have some really cool stories.
Definitely. One time, I took a group of kids camping and we saw a whole family of kangaroos up close.
That's so cool. I'm jealous.
You should come on one of my tours sometime. I promise it'll be an adventure you won't forget.
I might have to take you up on that. Thanks for all the tips and the great conversation.
No problem at all. It was great chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your time up here. Hey Bee, look at the ducks in the pond. They are so cute.
Can we feed them, Mommy?
Of course, grab some breadcrumbs and let's sit on the bench over there.
Wow, they are really eating it up. I wish I could swim like them.
Speaking of swimming, do you want to bring your swimsuit next time and go to the pool here?
Yes, please. Can we also bring snacks?
Of course, but remember to clean up after ourselves.
Mommy, why is that man throwing a frisbee to his dog?
It's called playing fetch. Do you want to try it with our dog when we get home?
Yes. Can we also have a picnic in the park someday?
That's a great idea. We can invite some friends too.
Mommy, can we also try going on the swing?
Definitely. But let me push you first, okay?
This is so much fun.
I'm glad we came to the park today. It's nice to spend time outdoors and enjoy nature.
Can we come back again next weekend?
Absolutely. We can make a tradition out of it. Hi there, I'm Farmer A. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Educator B. Pleased to meet you as well.
Thanks for coming to our rural school for this agriculture education program. What do you plan to teach the students?
I want to show them how to plant and care for a vegetable garden. It's a valuable life skill that can teach them responsibility and provide fresh food for their families.
That sounds great. I've been farming for years and I love seeing young people interested in agriculture.
Do you have any advice for me on how to make the lesson engaging and fun?
Definitely. Kids love to get their hands dirty, so maybe involve them in preparing the soil or planting the seeds. Also, telling stories about your experiences on the farm can make it more relatable and interesting for them.
Thanks for the tips. I'll be sure to incorporate them into the lesson plan.
No problem. Do you have any questions for me about farming?
Yes, actually. What types of crops are best suited for this region?
We usually grow corn, beans, and wheat around here. But we also have some fruit orchards and vegetable gardens for personal use.
That sounds like a diverse selection. I'm excited to learn more and share it with the students.
I'm glad to hear that. It's important for the next generation to understand the value of agriculture and where their food comes from.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time and knowledge, Farmer A.
It was my pleasure, Educator B. Come back anytime and let me know how the lesson goes. Hey B, did you see the latest meme on social media about engineering jokes?
Haha, no I haven't. What's the joke?
Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems.
Hilarious, but let's get down to business. Have you made any progress on our project?
Yes, I managed to optimize the code and reduce the processing time by 50%.
That's great news. How about the user interface? Did you incorporate the feedback we received from the client?
Yes, I added a new feature that allows the user to customize the interface according to their preference.
Awesome. How about the testing phase? Did you encounter any major bugs?
No, I managed to fix all the issues that were previously identified. We should be ready for the final testing soon.
Good job, A. I knew we could count on you to deliver.
Thanks, B. I couldn't have done it without our amazing team.
Speaking of which, did you hear about the new hire? I heard she's an engineering wizard.
Really? That's impressive. We could use someone like that in our team.
Definitely. We should welcome her and show her the ropes.
Agreed. Let's plan a team lunch to introduce her to everyone.
Sounds like a great idea. You're truly a valuable asset to our team, A.
Thanks, B. The feeling is mutual. Let's work together to make this project a success. Hey B, how was your morning?
It was good. I had a smooth commute today. How about you?
Same here, traffic was light this morning. So, what are you thinking of ordering?
I haven't decided yet. What looks good to you?
I'm eyeing the club sandwich. But the salad also looks tempting.
I'm trying to be healthy, so I think I'll go for the salad.
Good call. So, have you heard about the new French bakery that just opened up in town?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
Yes. Their croissants are so flaky and buttery. You have to try them.
That sounds delicious. We should go there for breakfast one day.
Definitely. So, have you made plans for the weekend yet?
Not yet. I was planning on catching up on some reading. How about you?
My friends and I are going hiking. You're welcome to join if you want.
Oh, I'm not much of a hiker. But thanks for the invite.
No worries, we'll find something else to do together soon.
Sounds great. I can't wait to try that French bakery though.
Same here. Let's make plans for next week. Hey B, how's it going?
Not bad, hey. Just trying to figure out how we can ensure the integrity and reliability of our software testing.
Yeah, that's always a tough one. Have you considered adopting a more agile methodology?
Actually, I have been reading up on Agile and I think it could be the way to go. We could implement more frequent testing cycles and involve stakeholders earlier in the process.
That sounds like a good idea. Another thing we could do is implement automated testing. It would save time and reduce the chance of human error.
Definitely. And we could also incorporate peer reviews into our testing process. Having another set of eyes on the code can help catch mistakes that may have been missed.
Agreed. And speaking of eyes, have you ever heard of visual testing? It's a technique where we can validate the UI elements of our application.
No, but that sounds interesting. Perhaps we could also look into exploratory testing. We could assign a testing team to manually explore and test the system to find defects that may not have been anticipated.
Great idea. And let's not forget about performance testing. We need to ensure our software can handle heavy loads and traffic.
Definitely. So, to summarize, we will adopt Agile, implement automated testing, incorporate peer reviews, explore visual testing, perform exploratory testing, and incorporate performance testing, right?
Exactly. With these measures, we will definitely ensure the integrity and reliability of our software testing.
Great. Thanks for the brainstorming session, A.
No problem, B, anytime. Hi there, B. How's the kitchen prep going today?
Oh, it's going great, A. We've got a fresh batch of crispy chicken just about ready to serve.
Excellent. I can smell the aroma of that spice mix all the way out here. It's making my mouth water.
I know exactly what you mean. I had to sample a few pieces myself to make sure the seasoning was just right.
Ha ha ha. Well, with quality control like that, we're sure to get some happy customers.
Absolutely. Speaking of happy customers, have you had any feedback on the new dipping sauces we've been offering?
As a matter of fact, I have. People have been raving about the honey mustard and barbecue flavors. Looks like we made a good choice adding those to the menu.
That's great to hear. I'll make sure we stay on top of inventory to keep those sauces in stock.
Sounds like a plan. Let's keep up the good work, B. Together, we're making Buja Street the go-to spot for tasty fried treats.
You got it, eh? Let's keep him coming.
Hey there. I think we need to design a front end that's both fast and reliable. Any ideas?
For sure. First and foremost, we need to optimize our HTML and CSS files. Minimizing our usage of heavy styles can help us improve load times.
Great idea. I think we can also enhance our site speed by using CDN to host JavaScript and CSS files.
Definitely. We could also consider compressing and optimizing images to ensure that the site loads faster.
That's true. But what about the reliability of the site?
We can add fail-safe mechanisms, such as caching, to ensure the site stays up, even during downtime. And we can create error pages to handle server-side responses to failed requests.
Those are all great suggestions. But what about optimizing for different browsers and device screens?
We can use responsive design to scale the size of the site depending on the user's device. We can also test different browsers and user agents to make sure our site is cross-compatible.
That's an excellent suggestion. Thanks for your help. Do you have any last-minute suggestions?
Just keep in mind that we need to keep things simple and intuitive so that users can navigate the site easily. Also, implement analytics to track user behavior and make necessary improvements.
Good evening, welcome to our restaurant. Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't have one. Do you have an available table for two?
Yes, of course. Right this way, please. Here's our menu. Can I start you off with some drinks?
Yes, I'll have a lemonade, please.
Great choice. And for you, sir?
Just water for me, thanks.
Absolutely. So, have you been to New Orleans before?
No, this is my first time. I'm excited to try the local cuisine.
Well, you're in for a treat. Our gumbo is a favorite among locals and tourists alike.
I've heard about that. What's in it?
It's a savory stew with chicken, sausage, and seafood in a roux-based sauce. And it's served over rice.
That sounds delicious. I'll definitely try that. Do you have any spicy dishes?
Yes, our jambalaya is a bit spicy, but not too much. It's made with andouille sausage, chicken, and shrimp.
Sounds perfect. I'll have that too.
Great choices. Anything else I can get for you?
No, that's it for now. Thanks.
My pleasure. I'll go ahead and put in your order. Enjoy your meal. Hey B, have you heard about the ISO 27001 Business Continuity Plan, BCP?
Yeah, I have. What about it?
I was just wondering if you have any experience in implementing it in a company?
Actually, I do. I worked on a project last year and we successfully implemented it.
Nice. What were some challenges you faced during the project?
Well, some employees were resistant to change and it took some time to get everyone on board.
Sounds like a common challenge. How did you overcome that?
We held training sessions and communicated the benefits of the plan to everyone. We also involved them in the development process so they felt like they had a say in it.
Good idea. Did you have to make any specific changes to the company's processes to align with the ISO standard?
Yeah, we had to revise some of our policies and procedures to meet the requirements. It took some effort, but it was definitely worth it.
That's great to hear. Did you notice any improvements in the company's overall operations after implementing the BCP?
Absolutely. We were able to respond to incidents more quickly and effectively, and overall, we had a better understanding of our priorities and responsibilities in case of an emergency.
Those are some major benefits. What advice would you give to companies who are just starting to consider implementing the BCP?
I would say, don't underestimate the time and effort it takes to develop and implement a plan. But also, don't be too intimidated by it. It's definitely doable, and the benefits are well worth it in the end.
Thanks for the advice, B. I'll keep that in mind for future reference.
No problem, anytime. Let me know if you have any other questions about the ISO 27001 BCP.
Hey there. Nice to meet you.
Hey, likewise. So you're a data scientist?
Yes, that's right. I work with a lot of data on a regular basis.
Cool. I'm a cloud engineer. I work with cloud technologies to help organizations process their data more efficiently.
Oh, that's very interesting. We're always looking for ways to handle our data more effectively.
Sure thing. Do you have any specific challenges you're trying to tackle at the moment?
Well, we have so much data that it takes a really long time for us to process and analyze it.
That definitely sounds like a challenge. Have you considered using cloud technologies to help streamline the process?
No, we haven't looked into that yet. How exactly does it work?
Essentially, we can store your data on the cloud and then use parallel processing to analyze it much more quickly than you could with an on-premises system.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm assuming it's more cost-effective as well?
Definitely. On-premises systems can be very expensive to maintain and upgrade, whereas cloud solutions are much more flexible and scalable.
Interesting. Are there any downsides to using cloud technologies for data processing?
Well, one potential downside is the fact that your data is stored off-site, which could be a security concern for some organizations. However, most cloud providers have very strong security measures in place to protect your data.
Got it. And what about data privacy?
That's definitely a concern as well. But again, most cloud providers adhere to very strict data privacy regulations, so your data should be safe.
Okay, that's good to know. What's the process like for migrating our data to the cloud?
It's a fairly straightforward process, actually. We just need to assess your current systems and figure out which data needs to be migrated. From there, we can start moving your data over to the cloud and setting up your processing workflows.
Great, that sounds like it could be really helpful for us.
Definitely. And if you ever decide you no longer need cloud processing, it's easy to migrate your data back on premises.
That's good to know. Overall, it sounds like the benefits of using cloud technologies for data processing far outweigh any potential concerns.
I agree. Cloud technologies have really revolutionized the way we handle data, and they're only going to become more prevalent in the future.
Thanks so much for explaining all of this to me. I'm definitely going to look into cloud solutions for our data processing needs.
No problem at all. It was great chatting with you.
Hi there. Can you help me weigh my luggage?
Of course, ma'am. May I see the baggage?
Sure, here you go. I hope it's not overweight.
Let's find out, shall we? Wow, you're an efficient packer. It's only 20 kilos.
Oh, that's such a relief. I didn't want to pay any extra charges.
No worries, you're all set for your trip. Have you been to this destination before?
No, it's my first time. I'm excited to explore a new place.
That sounds great. Do you need any recommendations for sightseeing or eating?
Yes, please. I'd love to hear your suggestions.
You must visit the famous landmarks and try the local cuisine. I can give you some brochures to help you plan out your itinerary.
Thank you so much, that's really helpful.
It's my pleasure to assist you. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's all. Thank you again for your excellent service.
You're welcome. Have a safe and enjoyable trip.
Hi there. I'm a data scientist working on how to build a system to monitor and predict energy production.
Hi. That's interesting. As a software engineer, I'm curious about how we can implement this system effectively.
Well, we need to gather real-time data from various sources such as weather patterns, energy demand, and production efficiency.
Sounds like we would need to develop a robust data processing system. That's something I can help with.
Yes, we need to analyze the data to predict energy demand and identify potential production issues.
It would be great if we could also develop an AI that could alert us of any anomalies in the system.
Absolutely. We can use machine learning algorithms to detect and alert us of any unusual patterns in the energy production data.
Fantastic. With this setup, we can also generate energy reports for our customers and help them track their energy usage.
That's exactly what we were thinking. A user-friendly interface that allows customers to track their energy consumption and savings would be a great addition.
With that in mind, we should also consider implementing a user feedback system so that we can continuously improve our system.
Great idea. That way, we can incorporate customer feedback to improve our system and continue to provide the best service possible.
I love how our skills are coming together to create a useful product for our clients.
Me too. It's great to work as a team to provide value to our customers in the energy industry.
Well, I'm excited to get started on this project. Are you ready to start coding?
Definitely. Let's get to work and bring this system to life. Hey there. Welcome to our tour. My name is Sarah and I will be your guide for today. What's your name?
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. My name is John. I'm excited to explore this place.
Perfect. So, what do you want to see first? Our city is well known for its stunning architecture and beautiful parks.
Let's go to the park first. I want to relax and take some pictures.
That's a great idea. The park is perfect for a peaceful stroll. Did you know that we have more than 10 species of birds in the park?
Wow, that's amazing. Which is your favorite bird in the park?
Personally, I love to watch the ducks. They are so cute and seem to have a lot of fun swimming in the pond.
I love ducks too. They remind me of a cartoon character.
Have you checked out our local shops yet? They offer a lot of unique souvenirs and handmade crafts.
No, not yet. Can you recommend a good shop?
Sure. There's a souvenir shop right next to the park that sells locally made crafts. You'll love it there.
Awesome, that sounds great. I can't wait to check it out.
Before we end the tour, I want to recommend you one of the most popular restaurants in the city. They have the best steak in town.
Oh, thank you for the recommendation. I love a good steak.
You're welcome. I hope you have a great time in our city. Don't forget to try our famous dessert, the chocolate cake.
Thank you again, Sarah. You've been very helpful.
No problem, John. It was my pleasure to show you around. Have a safe journey home. Good morning. How are you feeling today, B?
Hello, Dr. A. I'm feeling quite nervous, to be honest.
Nothing to be worried about. Let's take a look at your chart.
Okay, sounds good.
It looks like you came in with some symptoms of the flu. Have you been experiencing a fever or coughing?
Yes, I've had both. It's been pretty tough to shake.
Don't worry, we'll run some tests to see what medication will work best for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
While you're here, I also noticed that you're due for a routine checkup. How have you been feeling otherwise?
Honestly, I've been pretty stressed out lately. Work has been really busy.
I understand. It's important to take care of your mental health too. Have you tried any relaxation techniques like meditation or yoga?
No, I haven't really thought about it.
Well, maybe it's worth a try. And in the meantime, let's get you started on some medication to help with the flu symptoms.
Sounds good to me, thanks again.
Of course, we're here to help. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Actually, I have a bit of a rash on my arm. Do you think it's anything serious?
Let me take a look at that. It doesn't seem too concerning, but we'll run some tests just in case.
Okay, thanks for checking.
No problem. And remember, if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to support you.
Got it. Thanks again for all your help.
Anytime, B. Take care and get some rest. Hey B, have you heard about the new project we're starting on? It's an IoT smart home system.
Of course, I'm already excited to get started. What's our first step?
Well, we need to figure out which devices we want to make compatible with our system.
Right, the more devices we can integrate, the better the user experience will be. I think lighting and temperature control should be top priorities.
Good idea. How about voice activation? Do you think it's necessary to have that feature in our system?
Definitely. People are always looking for ways to make their lives easier, and being able to control their home with just their voice is a big part of that.
Okay, I'll add that to our list. What about security features?
We need to make sure our system is secure, so let's make sure we use strong encryption and have a way to remotely monitor and control access.
Perfect. How about pricing? We want to make our system accessible to as many people as possible.
I think we can offer different packages with varying levels of features at different price points. That way, people can choose what works best for them and their budgets.
Great idea. What about the underlying technology we'll be using?
We'll need to decide on a platform and tools to use for development. I suggest we go with open source technology to keep costs down and make it easier for other developers to contribute.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's also prioritize user experience, making sure our interface is easy to navigate and intuitive.
Absolutely. And let's also make sure we leave room for future updates and additions to the system.
Makes sense. Okay, we've got a solid plan in place. Let's get to work. Ahoy, Captain B. What do you think about the future of fishing industry?
Well, matey, I have high hopes for sustainable fishing. It's the way to go.
That's right. We need to start thinking long-term and protect our ocean resources.
Absolutely. And with the advancement in technology, we can now track fish populations and avoid overfishing them.
That's a good point. But we also need to educate fishermen and consumers on the importance of sustainability.
Agreed. It starts with the small actions we take. If we all do our part, we can make a big difference.
Besides sustainability, have you heard of any other up-and-coming trends in the fishing industry?
Well, there's a growing demand for farm-to-table seafood. People want to know where their food comes from and how it's caught.
That makes sense. It's like the farm-to-table movement for land-based agriculture.
Exactly. And it's not just for high-end restaurants. Everyday consumers want access to fresh, responsibly sourced seafood.
It's encouraging to see the industry moving in this direction. We just have to keep up with the demand and maintain the quality.
Agreed, matey. It's an exciting time to be in the fishing industry. We can make a positive impact on both the environment and people's lives.
Here's to a bright future. Clinks glass. Hey B, have you ever tried steak before?
Of course. I love a good steak, especially when it's cooked just right.
Same here. What's your favorite cut?
Oh, that's a tough one. I really enjoy ribeye for its juicy and tender texture.
I agree, ribeye is delicious. But have you tried the porterhouse?
Yes, I have, and it's definitely a great choice for those who prefer a bigger portion.
That's true, but don't forget about the filet mignon. It's a classic choice for those who want a tender and flavorful steak.
You're absolutely right. Oh, and don't forget about the sides. Do you prefer fries or mashed potatoes to go with your steak?
Personally, I opt for the mashed potatoes, but I do enjoy a good crispy fries as well. What about you?
Tough choice. I think I'd have to go with fries. How about sauces? Do you like yours with gravy or something else?
I'm more of a classic steak sauce kind of person. How about you?
I like to mix things up and try different sauces. Have you ever had chimichurri with your steak?
Yes, and it's delicious. It's a great way to add some zing to your steak. Have you tried any other fun toppings before?
I remember having a blue cheese butter topping once, and it was out of this world.
Oh wow, that sounds incredible. I might have to try making that myself sometime. Hi there, I'm the data analyst. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm the business analyst. Good to meet you too. So, what brings you here today?
Our company has a lot of data, but we're not sure how to turn it into useful insights. Can you give me some advice?
Sure. That's where a good business analyst can help. First, what kind of data do you have?
We have customer files, sales figures, web traffic stats, and social media mentions.
Great. Those are all valuable sources of information. Next, what questions do you want answered?
We want to know what our customers are buying, why they buy it, and how we can improve our products and services.
Those are good questions. The key is to look for patterns and trends in the data. For example, are certain products selling better in certain geographic areas?
That makes sense. But how do you sift through so much data without becoming overwhelmed?
One approach is to use data visualization tools like charts, graphs, and heat maps to help you see patterns more easily.
That's a good idea. And what about statistical analysis?
Yes, statistical analysis can help you identify correlations and make predictions based on the data.
That sounds like a lot of work. How do you make sure you're not misinterpreting the data?
It's important to start with clear research questions and be aware of biases and limitations in the data. Also, it's always a good idea to get feedback from other stakeholders.
Thanks for the tips. It seems like there's a lot to consider when working with big data.
Yes, but with the right tools and techniques, it's possible to turn all that data into valuable insights that can help your business thrive.
I think I have a better understanding now. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Anytime you want to bounce ideas around, let me know.
Hi there. So, we need to start writing the audit plan for ISO 27001.
Yes, that's right. It's always a bit of a challenge, but it's also really important to get it right.
Absolutely, we want to make sure that we're covering all the bases, but we don't want to be too overwhelming either.
Yeah, we definitely don't want people to be falling asleep while they're reading it or feeling like they can't possibly comply with everything we're asking for.
I agree. Maybe we could try to make it a little more engaging? Like, should we include some funny examples or anecdotes?
Haha, that's an interesting thought. But we also have to be careful not to undermine the seriousness of the document.
Of course, but I think adding a little humor could actually help people remember the guidelines better.
All right, let's give it a try then. How about including a section on how not to let your coffee cup near your computer?
That's a great start. We'll also add a section on the importance of taking a break to stretch your legs and avoid getting computer butt.
Computer butt? I don't think I've heard that term before.
Yeah, it's when you've been sitting at your desk for too long and your butt starts to feel numb. We don't want anyone suffering from that.
Ah, got it. Well, these are definitely some unexpected topics for an audit plan, but let's see if they make it a little more memorable for people.
Agreed. We'll have to make sure to balance the humor with the seriousness of the security risks, though.
Definitely, we don't want people to overlook any of the important guidelines. But I think we can make it interesting and impactful at the same time.
Yes, let's give it a shot. Hey B, have you heard about the latest trend in education technology?
Of course, as a data scientist, I'm always looking for new ways to optimize the learning experience.
I'm glad you're on board. What do you think about using big data to personalize the learning experience for each student?
It's exciting. We can gather data about each student's strengths and weaknesses and create a customized learning plan just for them.
Yes. And we can also use data to track student progress and adjust the lesson plan accordingly.
Absolutely. It's a win-win situation for both the students and the teachers.
Do you think we can gather enough data to create a comprehensive learning plan for each student?
With the right tools and technologies, definitely. We can gather data on their attendance, participation, grades, and even their preferred learning style.
Interesting. But how do we ensure that the data we collect from students is secure and ethical?
That's a good point. We need to be transparent about data collection and usage and obtain consent from students and parents.
Got it. And what about feedback? How do we use data to improve the learning experience for future students?
We can use feedback data to identify areas for improvement in the current curriculum or teaching methodologies and make necessary changes moving forward.
That sounds like a great plan. But how do we ensure that teachers are comfortable using data in their teaching practices?
We can provide professional development and training to teachers on how to use the data effectively in their instruction.
Makes sense. And what about students who are concerned about their privacy and data being shared?
We can address their concerns by educating them on how their data will be used and secured, and by providing an opt-out option for students who prefer not to have their data collected.
I see. It sounds like we'll need a solid data infrastructure to make this work.
Definitely. We'll need to invest in the right tools and technologies to collect, store, and analyze the data effectively.
Well, it won't be easy, but I think we're onto something great here.
Agreed. Let's get to work.
Good morning, B. How are you today?
Hello, A. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, let's get started with the audit. I hope you're prepared.
Yes, I am. My team and I have been busy preparing for this audit.
That's great to hear. So, can you tell me about one of the measures you've implemented to ensure data security?
Sure. We've implemented two-factor authentication for all employees accessing sensitive information.
That's a good measure. Have you faced any challenges with implementing it?
Well, some employees found it inconvenient to enter the second factor each time they log in. But after explaining the importance of the measure, they now understand its significance.
That's understandable. So, do you have any interesting stories about any past audits you've undergone?
Actually, yes. During one audit, the auditor accidentally spilled coffee on his laptop, and we had to scramble to retrieve the data. We managed to recover it all, but it was a close call.
Oh no. That must have been stressful. Well, I'm glad it all worked out in the end. All right, that's all from my end. Thank you for your time and cooperation, B.
Thank you, A. It was a pleasure discussing our security measures with you.
Hey B, how's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing well, but I'm a little stuck on a design problem. Can I get your opinion?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I'm trying to make this website more visually appealing, but I'm not sure what direction to go in. I know you're great at UI/UX design, so I thought I'd bounce some ideas off of you.
Of course. I'd love to help. What kind of website is it and who is the target audience?
It's for a local restaurant and the target audience is mostly families and young adults. I want to make it easy for them to find the menu and make reservations while also having a creative and fun design.
That sounds like a great challenge. Have you considered using colorful images of the food and using playful fonts to attract their attention?
That's a great idea. I was thinking of incorporating some animations too to make it more interactive. But I don't want it to be too overwhelming.
I think that's a good call. You don't want to give them sensory overload. Maybe using subtle animations on the menu items can work.
That could be perfect. Do you have any good resources for finding great fonts and images?
Definitely. I have a few websites bookmarked that I can send your way.
Awesome. Thanks so much. This is really helpful.
No problem, happy to help. Do you want me to take a look at your wireframes to make any suggestions?
Yes, please. It's always good to get an outside perspective.
Great, I'll take a look tonight and get back to you tomorrow.
Perfect. Thanks again, B. You're a lifesaver.
Anytime, hey. That's what friends are for.
Hey, have you thought about expanding our database size? I think we may need more storage space in the future.
Yeah, I agree. But have you considered how we should deploy it?
What do you mean by deployment?
I mean, should we have a centralized database or a distributed one?
Oh, I get it. I think we should go for the distributed one. It's more scalable.
Interesting. But don't you think it's more complex to manage?
Maybe, but it can also save us from a single point of failure.
Good point. But what about performance? Will it have an impact?
I don't think so. With the right configuration, it can be even faster.
Okay, I see your point. But do we have the expertise to set it up?
Well, we can always hire someone or learn it ourselves. It's not rocket science.
I like your attitude. How about security? Will it be more vulnerable?
Not necessarily. We can implement encryption and access control. Plus, we can also monitor it closely.
Wow. You seem to have it all figured out. How about the cost?
I think it may cost more upfront, but in the long run, it will be more cost-effective.
Okay, I agree. But before we make any decisions, let's do some research and compare the options.
Sounds good to me. I will start gathering more information about distributed database deployment.
And I will do the same for centralized deployment. Let's meet again in a week and share our findings.
Perfect. This will be a fun challenge.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Let's make our database great again.
Hey B, have you heard about the recent DDoS attack on our competitor's website?
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you think we could be next?
It's definitely a possibility, but we have some measures in place to prevent it. Have you looked into any specific defenses?
Yeah, I've been studying up on IP blocking and rate limiting techniques. How about you?
I was thinking about using a content delivery network to distribute the load and mitigate any potential attacks.
That could work, but have you considered deploying a web application firewall as well?
That's a good suggestion, but wouldn't that slow down our website's performance?
It could, but it's a small price to pay for added security. Plus, we can configure it to only perform checks on potentially malicious traffic.
Alright, I see your point. What about distributed blocking? Do you think that would be effective?
It definitely could, but we have to be careful not to block legitimate users. We'll need a way to accurately distinguish between good and bad traffic.
That's a good point. Maybe we could implement some machine learning algorithms to help with the filtering?
That's definitely a possibility, but it would require a lot of data to train the model. Do we have enough resources for that?
I think so. We can start with a small dataset and gradually increase it over time. It's definitely worth considering.
Agreed. It's always better to be proactive when it comes to security. What other steps do you think we should take to safeguard our website?
We could also implement two-factor authentication for all user logins, as well as keeping all software up to date with relevant security patches.
Absolutely. It's the little things that can make a big difference in the long run. By the way, have you tried Bob's new buffalo chicken dip recipe? It's amazing.
No, I haven't. But let's discuss it over lunch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's grab some grub and put our heads together to come up with more ways to fortify our website against DDoS attacks.
Good evening, sir. How may I assist you?
Hi, I have a reservation under the name of Johnson.
Great. Let me just pull up your booking. Here it is. Do you need any assistance with your luggage?
No, thank you. I only have a small carry-on.
All right. Here are your room keys, and can you please sign here for me, sir?
Sure thing. So, what are the best restaurants around here?
There are a lot of great options, depending on what you're in the mood for. Have you tried sushi before?
Oh yeah, I love sushi.
Well, there's a fantastic sushi place just down the street. Or if you're more in the mood for something casual, there's a great burger joint a few blocks away.
That sounds awesome. Thank you for the recommendations.
No problem. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not at the moment, thank you. I'm just going to settle into my room for the night.
All right, sir. Have a pleasant stay and let us know if you need anything at all. Welcome to our restaurant. Have you dined with us before?
No, this is our first time here. We're excited to try out some of your famous New Orleans dishes.
Great. In that case, let me know if you need any suggestions or if you have any dietary restrictions.
Actually, we're not too picky. We love seafood, so we're definitely interested in trying some of your shrimp or crawfish dishes.
You can't go wrong with our blackened shrimp or crawfish étouffée. And if you're feeling adventurous, our alligator bites are a crowd favorite.
Alligator bites sound interesting. We'll definitely keep that in mind.
Excellent. And for drinks, would you like to try one of our specialty cocktails or a local beer?
It's hard to say no to a good cocktail. What do you recommend?
Our Hurricane cocktail is a classic New Orleans drink. It's got rum, passion fruit, and a little bit of a kick.
That sounds perfect. We'll take 2, please.
You got it. And anything else for now, or are you ready to order?
I think we're ready. We'll go with the blackened shrimp and the crawfish étouffée.
Excellent choices. And don't forget the alligator bites as an appetizer. I'll place your order and your drinks will be right out. Enjoy your meal. Hi there. I see you're looking at some big data sets. Are you also into data science?
Hey. Yes, I'm a machine learning engineer. I love analyzing data sets and interpreting their relationships. What brings you here?
I'm also in the field, and I'm actually doing some research on how student study behaviors can be analyzed using big data. I find it really fascinating.
That sounds interesting. Can you share some insights you've gathered so far?
One of the interesting things I found is that students tend to focus better on their studies when they are given more engaging activities outside of class. Things like project-based learning, online discussions, and interactive web tools seem to help students learn faster.
Oh, I see. That's something that can be used to design a better course or improve attendance rates. Have you found any other data points that could be helpful?
Yes, definitely. I noticed that students who struggle with their academics tend to lag behind on submitting their assignments and skip classes more often.
That's something that teachers and student advisors can be aware of. It helps them become proactive in assisting students before they are in too deep.
Exactly. And I also discovered that students who study regularly with pre-scheduled time blocks tend to perform better in their exams than those who cram before the test.
I guess that's not surprising. Having a dedicated study routine helps students establish good study habits.
Right. It's one of the many things that can improve the learning experience. It's exciting to see how data analysis can improve education.
I couldn't agree more. That's why I love working with data. It has the potential to bring transformational changes in any field.
Me too. On a side note, have you seen the new coffee shop down the street? They claim to have the best latte in town.
I haven't, but I'm always up for a good coffee. Want to go check it out after we finish here?
Sure, let's do it. I could use a caffeine boost after staring at the computer screen all morning.
Sounds like a plan. Plus, we can continue our discussion on how data could help predict our coffee preferences.
Hi there, B. Are you excited about tonight's concert?
Oh, definitely. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. Our music is going to rock Osaka.
Laughs, that's the spirit. Say B, have you seen the stage yet? How's it looking?
It's amazing. We've got lights, smoke machines, the works. It's going to be an unforgettable show.
Excellent. I can't wait to get up there and play our music for everyone. How's the crowd looking?
It's going to be a packed house. And there's a lot of buzz on social media about our music. Everyone seems really excited.
That's fantastic news. I'm looking forward to meeting some of our fans after the show. Do you have any merchandise for sale?
Of course. We've got shirts, CDs, and other cool stuff for the fans. I think they're going to love it.
Brilliant. I also promised to introduce our new song tonight. I hope it goes down well with the crowd.
I have no doubt it will. You're an amazing musician.
Laughs, you're too kind. But seriously, I really appreciate all the work you're doing to promote our music.
Hey, it's my job. But it's easy when you're working with such a talented musician like yourself.
Laughs, okay, enough with the flattery. Let's go rock this concert.
Agreed. Let's do it.
Good morning, sir. How can I assist you?
Good morning. I'm the manager of an airline company operating in this airport. I was wondering if I could talk to you about some suggestions on improving the security screening process.
Absolutely, sir. We always welcome feedback from our passengers and partners. What kind of improvements are you interested in?
Well, I was thinking that the process could be smoother and more efficient. Perhaps more agents at peak hours or a faster screening machine.
Ah, I see. Those are great ideas. Did you know we recently implemented a new screening machine that can detect threats more accurately and quickly? We could definitely look into adding more machines to improve the process.
That sounds promising. Another thing that often causes delays is the amount of items passengers need to remove and put back on. Do you have any tips for streamlining that?
Yes, we do. We actually have some guidelines and videos posted on our website and social media platforms that explain what items need to be removed and where to place them in the bins. We also have written signs at the airport.
That's helpful. I'll make sure our passengers are aware of those resources. Thank you for taking the time to discuss this with me.
My pleasure, sir. It's always great to hear from our partners. Is there anything else you need assistance with before your flight?
No, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too, sir. Safe travels. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Calgary Wildlife Sanctuary. I am your naturalist guide for the day, and I am excited to take you on an eco-adventure. That's great to hear. Our goal here at the sanctuary is to preserve and protect these animals and their habitats so that future generations can enjoy them too. We have a wide variety of species that are native to this area. You might see some elk, deer, bears, and even wolves. Don't worry, we'll keep a safe distance so that they don't feel threatened. Observing them from a distance is the best way to appreciate their natural behavior. We provide them with a natural and healthy environment. We make sure that they have enough food, clean water, and sufficient space to live in their natural habitat. Yes, of course. As we venture through the sanctuary today, you will see their special habitats and learn how we create them. Great, let's go. Don't forget to keep your cameras ready. Who knows what amazing wildlife we'll come across on this adventure? Hi there, I'm a data scientist. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm a business analyst. Great to meet you too. So, what brings you here today?
Well, I heard your company is looking to optimize its inventory management system. I think I might be able to help.
That's perfect. We definitely need some help with that. What kind of data analysis have you used before?
We can start by looking at historical sales data and forecast demand trends. Also, we could implement machine learning algorithms to help predict when inventory should be restocked.
Ah, I see. I think we could also benefit from reviewing our current vendor relationships and looking for ways to streamline the ordering process.
Yes, that's definitely important. We could use data to identify which vendors consistently deliver on time and have the best products that sell well.
Exactly. And we could use those insights to negotiate better pricing with those vendors, increasing our profit margins.
Another thing we could consider is implementing a real-time tracking system for inventory levels. That way, we could avoid stockouts and keep our customers satisfied.
Yes, that would definitely help. We could even use that data to optimize our supply chain management and reduce delivery times.
I like the sound of that. It seems like there are plenty of opportunities for improvement in this area.
Agreed. With all the data we have available, we just need to analyze it and put it to good use. I'm excited to see what we can accomplish working together.
Me too. It's always great to collaborate with like-minded professionals. Let's get started. Hey B, have you seen the news about that big data breach at that social media company?
Yeah, I did. It's crazy how often these kinds of things happen these days.
Definitely. As a back-end engineer, I'm always thinking about how we can better protect our users' personal data and privacy.
Same here, as an information security expert. What measures are you thinking of implementing?
Well, one thing we're considering is adding extra layers of encryption to our databases.
That's a good idea, but we also need to make sure our employees are properly trained on data protection measures.
Absolutely. We can't forget about the human element of cybersecurity.
I agree. And we should also limit the amount of data we collect from users to only what's necessary.
That's a smart approach. And we could also give users more control over their own data with better privacy settings.
Yes. User consent and transparency are key here. We want our users to know what we're collecting and how we're using it.
Definitely. And we need to make sure we're keeping up with the latest security threats and technology advancements.
Agreed. It's a constant battle to stay ahead of the hackers and protect our users' confidential information.
But it's a battle worth fighting. Our users trust us with their data, and it's our responsibility to keep it safe.
For sure. It's our duty to maintain their trust and ensure they feel secure while using our platform.
We've got our work cut out for us, but I'm confident we can accomplish this with the right strategy and mindset.
Totally. Let's work together to come up with a solid plan of action to keep our users' data secure and protected. Hey there. Mind if I join you?
Of course not. Pull up a chair.
Thanks. What did you get for lunch?
The chicken Caesar salad.
That's what I got too. Great minds think alike, huh?
Haha, I suppose so. How's your day going so far?
Not too bad. Just trying to get through some emails before they pile up too much. How about you?
Same here. It feels like these emails never stop coming.
I know, right? But at least we have the salad to make our day a little brighter.
Definitely. So, have you made any fun plans for the weekend yet?
Actually, I have. I'm planning on going to a concert with some friends. You?
That sounds exciting. I don't have anything planned yet, but I'm hoping to do some hiking if the weather's nice.
That sounds like a great way to spend the weekend. It's been a while since I've gone hiking. Do you have any recommendations for trails around here?
Oh, definitely. There's a great trail I went on last month that had amazing views. I'll send you the details.
Thanks. I can't wait to check it out. Speaking of checking things out, have you seen the new coffee shop that just opened up down the street?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
I haven't had a chance to try it myself yet, but I heard they have amazing pastries.
That sounds tempting. Maybe we should do a coffee run tomorrow to try it out.
I'm down for that. It's always good to have a little midday pick-me-up, especially when there are delicious pastries involved.
Definitely. Well, I should probably head back to my desk and tackle some more emails. Thanks for letting me enjoy lunch with you.
Anytime. Have a good rest of your day.
Hi there, kiddo. Did you finish your homework yet?
Yep, all done. Can we play baseball now?
Sure thing, let's head out to the backyard. You know, I used to be quite the slugger back in my day.
Laughs, sure, Dad. Let's see if you've still got it.
Grinning, oh, I've definitely still got it.
Tosses the ball to A, all right, pitch it to me.
Windups and throws a pitch, hey, not bad. You're getting better, son.
Thanks, Dad. I've been practicing a lot.
Swings and misses, oh, come on. That was a strike, right?
Laughs, sorry, Dad. You got to swing a bit earlier.
Grinning, yeah. Let me show you how it's done. Hits a solid line drive.
Impressed, wow, that was a good one.
Laughing, told you I've still got it. You just need to keep practicing, kiddo.
Thanks, Dad. Can we play just a bit longer?
Smiling, sure thing, but let's take a break in a bit. Your mom's making some lemonade.
All right, sounds good. Tosses the ball to A.
Catches the ball, all right, let's keep going. The two continue playing and laughing together. Hey there, what brings you to our little harbor today?
Hello, I work for an ocean energy company and we are looking to develop a project in this area.
Oh, is that so? I hope it won't affect our fishing industry.
We have done our research and we plan to install our devices in a way that avoids disrupting the migration paths of fish.
Well, that's good to hear. We rely on the sea for a living, so we need to make sure our catch isn't affected.
I completely understand. We want to work with the local community to make sure everyone benefits from this project.
Sounds fair. Will you be hiring local workers for the project?
Yes, that's our plan. We want to stimulate the economy and provide job opportunities for the people here.
Great, that's music to my ears. I was worried this project might harm our environment and our livelihoods.
We are committed to minimizing the impact of our operations on the environment and the local community.
That's reassuring. I'm glad we can work together to make sure this project benefits everyone in the long run.
Absolutely. We have a responsibility to protect the ocean and its resources, and we can only do that by working in harmony with the community.
I couldn't agree more. Now, let's get down to some serious fishing while enjoying the calm sea.
Sounds like a great plan. And who knows, maybe our project will help keep the sea abundant with fish for years to come.
I'm all for that. Maybe one day we can all enjoy a nice seafood meal together.
Ha, I'd love that. Nothing like bonding over a delicious meal and some fresh ocean air.
You got that right. Alright then, let's get fishing. Welcome to Avalon Peninsula. My name is A, and I'll be your tour guide today. Are you excited to explore this beautiful place?
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what this peninsula has in store for us.
Well, you're in luck. This place is known for its stunning natural beauty, with breathtaking views of the ocean and cliffs.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What are the must-see sites that we shouldn't miss?
Definitely the Lighthouse Trail. It's a scenic walk along the coast with stunning views of the ocean and lighthouse.
That sounds lovely. Is it a long walk?
It's about 3 kilometers, but the view makes it worth it. Plus, we can take breaks along the way and enjoy the scenery.
Great. Any other must-do activities?
You should try our famous seafood chowder. It's delicious and a favorite among tourists.
I'm not really a fan of seafood, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Trust me, it's worth it. And if you're feeling adventurous, we also have zipline activities and kayaking.
That does sound adventurous. I'll have to think about it.
No problem. We can also visit some of the local souvenir shops where you can pick up some unique gifts.
That sounds like a great idea. Maybe I'll get something for my family back home.
That's a wonderful idea. We have some great handmade crafts that are perfect for gifts.
This is definitely turning out to be an exciting trip. Thank you for being such an informative and friendly guide.
It's my pleasure. I love showing people around and sharing the beauty of Avalon Peninsula. Let's have a great day. Hi B, have you ever tried escargot before?
Escargot? You mean those snails? No, I haven't dared to try them yet. Have you?
Oh yeah, I actually had them the other day at a fancy French restaurant. They were surprisingly delicious.
Really? What do they taste like?
They have this buttery and garlic flavor, and the texture is like a tender piece of meat. But of course, it takes some getting used to.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for that kind of adventure yet. Maybe I'll stick to my comfort food.
Hey, no judgment here. Comfort food is the best. But you should at least give escargot a chance someday, you might be surprised.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be feeling adventurous and I'll give it a shot. But for now, I'm happy with my burger and fries.
Hey, speaking of fries, have you had poutine before? It's a Canadian dish with fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
Oh yeah, I've tried it before. That's definitely my kind of comfort food.
Same here, it's so good. And I bet there are some places that serve escargot with poutine.
Escargot with poutine? I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of fusion cuisine yet.
Come on, live a little. Who knows, it might be the next big food trend.
Well, if it means trying new things and having fun, count me in.
Hey B, have you tried char siu before?
Hey! Yes, I've had it a few times. It's a popular dish in Chinese cuisine, right?
Yes, that's correct. It's basically barbecued pork that's marinated in a sweet and savory sauce.
Ah, that sounds really good. I'm a sucker for sweet and savory dishes.
Me too. And the best way to enjoy char siu is on top of steamed rice.
That does sound like a delicious combination. But can you eat it on its own?
Absolutely. It's actually a popular snack in Hong Kong. Just grab a piece of char siu and eat it like you would a piece of jerky.
Interesting. So, what makes char siu different from other types of barbecue pork?
The key is all in the marinating process. The sauce typically contains ingredients like soy sauce, hoisin sauce, honey, and 5-spice powder.
I can practically taste it already. Do you know any good places to get char siu around here?
I know a few places. There's a great hole-in-the-wall restaurant a few blocks down that serves up some delicious char siu.
Nice. We should definitely check it out sometime.
Sounds like a plan. But fair warning, once you try char siu, you'll be hooked.
I'm already hooked just from this conversation. Thanks for introducing me to it, A.
No problem, B. I'm always happy to share my love for good food. Hi there. I hope you're having a great day.
Hi. Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. How may I assist you today?
Well, I am here to process my exit from the country. Can you guide me through the process?
Of course. First, I'll need your identification and passport, please.
Hands over documents, here you go.
Perfect. Now, have you completed your tax clearance and other related procedures?
Yes, I have.
Great. Let me check your documents and ensure everything is in order. Everything looks just fine. One more round of security screening and you would be set for your journey.
That was easier than I thought. Thanks for your help.
My pleasure. By the way, have you tried any of the local delicacies while you were here?
Yes, I love the street food here. It's unique and delicious.
Absolutely. You should definitely try our famous fried chicken before you leave.
Sounds awesome, I'll have to try it out. Thanks for the recommendation.
Anytime. Have a safe trip and come back to visit us soon.
Will do. Goodbye. Good morning, class. How was your weekend?
Good morning, sir. Mine was fun. I went hiking with my friends.
That sounds like a great workout. Did you enjoy the scenery?
Yes, sir. We also had a picnic at the peak and it was a great view.
That sounds amazing. Did you take any photos?
Yes, sir. I took a lot of pictures and posted them on Instagram.
Oh, I see. Well, speaking of pictures, today's lesson will be about photography.
Really? That's interesting. I love taking photos.
Great. We will learn about different styles of photography and some basic techniques.
I'm excited to learn, sir. Do you have any recommendations for beginner cameras?
Yes, I suggest starting with a simple point-and-shoot camera or a mirrorless camera.
Thank you, sir. I'll look it up.
No problem. Remember, the important thing is to have fun and explore your creativity.
Yes, sir. I'll keep that in mind.
Now, let's start our lesson. Can anyone tell me what aperture means?
Sir, aperture refers to the opening in the camera lens that controls the amount of light that enters the camera.
Excellent, B. You are a fast learner. Let's move on to shutter speed. Hey there. Are you planning a trip anytime soon?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about taking a trip to Asia.
That sounds amazing. Have you decided on a specific country yet?
I'm thinking of visiting Japan. Do you have any tips or recommendations?
Absolutely. Japan is gorgeous, and there is so much to see and experience. Have you thought about visiting any specific cities?
Not really. I just want to experience the culture and see as much as I can.
Well, Tokyo is a must-see. But if you're interested in history and tradition, Kyoto is also a great option.
I'll definitely have to check those out. What about the food in Japan? Have you tried any authentic dishes?
Oh yes. If you're a sushi lover, be sure to try some fresh sushi from the Tsukiji fish market. And don't miss out on the ramen, soba, and udon noodles.
Yum, sounds delicious. What about accommodations? Do you have any recommendations for places to stay?
If you're on a budget, I would recommend looking into capsule hotels or hostels. But if you're willing to splurge a bit, there are some absolutely stunning traditional Japanese inns, called ryokans, that are definitely worth checking out.
Okay, great. I'll make sure to do some research on those options. How about transportation in Japan? Do you think I should buy a pass or just pay for individual tickets?
Definitely look into getting a Japan Rail Pass. It offers unlimited train travel throughout the country and will save you a lot of money in the long run.
Wow, that sounds like a great deal. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem. Japan is an incredible country, and I'm sure you'll have an amazing time. Let me know if you have any other questions or need any more tips.
Will do. Thanks again for your help.
Hey B, thanks for meeting with me to discuss our network security. As a programmer, I'm a bit out of my depth in this area.
No worries, hey. I'm happy to help. I hear you guys had a breach last year, huh?
Yeah, it was a mess. We lost a ton of data and had to spend a lot of money to get everything back up and running.
That's rough. Well, the first thing you need to do is make sure all your software is up to date with the latest security patches.
Yeah, I know I need to have all of that stuff automated, but it's tough to keep track of everything.
Well, luckily there are some great tools out there that can scan your system and alert you about any vulnerabilities.
Oh really? That sounds helpful. Do you have any specific recommendations?
There are a few good ones, but my personal favorite is Nessus. It's easy to set up and has a lot of customization options.
Awesome, I'll definitely check that out. Do you recommend any specific protocols for securing our network?
Well, you definitely want to make sure you're using strong encryption for any sensitive data. And it's always a good idea to use two-factor authentication.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about two-factor. Do you think it's really necessary?
Absolutely. The more layers of security you have, the harder it is for a hacker to breach your system.
Makes sense. What about employee education? Do you think it's important to educate our staff on how to stay safe online?
Definitely. A lot of breaches happen because someone clicked on a phishing email or fell for a social engineering scam.
Right, that's a good point. And it's not just about work email, we need to educate them on how to stay safe on social media too.
Exactly. And speaking of social media, we need to make sure we're not putting too much sensitive information out there for hackers to find.
Good call. I'll make sure to remind everyone to keep their profiles private and never post login credentials or personal information.
Sounds good. And finally, it's important to have a solid incident response plan in place, just in case something does happen.
Yeah, we definitely learned that lesson the hard way. Do you have any tips for creating an incident response plan?
Make sure you have a clear chain of command, designate specific responsibilities for each team member, and do regular drills to make sure everyone knows what to do in a crisis.
Great advice, B. Thanks for taking the time to give me all these tips. I feel a lot more confident in our ability to keep our network secure.
No problem, A. And remember, security is an ongoing process, so make sure you stay vigilant and keep up with best practices.
Hey B, have you thought about how we can develop a smart home system?
Yeah, I think we need to ensure that all devices can communicate with each other seamlessly.
That's true, but we also need to make sure that the system is easy to use for the consumers. What do you think?
Absolutely, we can use voice-activated commands to control the different devices in the house.
Hey, what if we added sensors to the system to automatically detect when someone enters or leaves a room?
Great idea. And we can use that data to turn off the lights or adjust the temperature when no one is around.
Exactly. We can also integrate security features like facial recognition or fingerprint scanning.
And how about using machine learning algorithms to predict user preferences and behavior?
Brilliant. We can use that to offer personalized suggestions and make the system smarter over time.
And we can use visual displays or home assistants to show users updates on their devices.
Yes. And the dashboard we create can offer an overview of all the devices in the house at one glance.
That sounds like the complete system. Let's get started on the design and development.
Agreed, and let's make sure we have a lot of fun while doing it. After all, we are creating a smart home of the future. Hello, B. Another busy night ahead of us, right?
That's right, A. I hope we are ready to impress our guests tonight.
Of course. We have some fresh sashimi and wagyu beef. What would go well with those?
Maybe a nice bottle of chilled sake? That would definitely complement the flavors.
Good idea. And how about for the non-alcoholic drinkers?
We could offer them a mocktail with some fresh fruit juice and a splash of soda. What do you think?
Sounds refreshing. And speaking of fruit, have you tried the new yuzu liqueur that our boss got in for the bar?
Yes, it's amazing. Very citrusy and with a perfect balance of sweetness and sourness.
I can imagine it going well with a light seafood dish. Maybe we can suggest that to our guests.
Absolutely. And speaking of seafood, have you heard about the new hot trend of vegan sushi rolls?
Really? How do they make them without using fish?
They use a variety of creative ingredients like tofu, avocado, and even fruit. It's quite interesting.
Wow, that does sound interesting. I am sure some of our guests would love to try that.
Yes, we should definitely let them know about this new option. I can't wait to see their reactions.
Me too. Let's make sure that our kitchen and bar are ready to provide the best dining experience for them.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do this, eh?
Hey there, welcome to our bar. What can I get for you? Great. What kind of cocktail are you interested in? How about a classic margarita with a twist? We can add some fresh watermelon puree for a fruity spin. First, we'll need to mix some tequila, fresh lime juice, and triple sec over ice. Then, we'll add in the watermelon puree and give it a good shake. We'll rim the glass with some salt and sugar for a sweet and salty kick. Here you go, enjoy. No problem at all, happy to share my secrets with you. Sounds like a plan. Let me know how it turns out. Can I get you anything else? Sure thing. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day. Hi there. I'm heading to Kaohsiung today. Can you take me there?
Of course. Do you have any special requests along the way?
How about a quick stop at a good coffee shop? I need my caffeine fix.
No problem. I know a great one on the way. So, are you a regular traveler?
Yes, quite a bit for work. How about you? How long have you been driving taxis?
Over 10 years now. It's a steady job, and I love meeting people from all over.
That's really nice. I always appreciate a friendly taxi driver. Do you have a favorite place to take passengers?
Tough question. There are so many beautiful places in Kaohsiung. The Lotus Pond is definitely a popular choice.
Ah, I've heard about that. I'll have to check it out one day. Oh look, we're passing by a nice temple. Do you know its name?
That's the Spring and Autumn Pavilions. It's one of Kaohsiung's most famous temples. Want me to drop you off there?
Sure, that sounds great. I love exploring new places. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem. As for coffee, be sure to try the local brew at the temple's tea house. You won't regret it.
You're making me even more excited for this trip. It's always nice to have a local's perspective. Have you ever tried tempura before?
Yes. I love tempura. It's one of my go-to Japanese dishes.
Me too. It's so satisfying to pop those crispy bites into your mouth.
Definitely. And the dipping sauce that comes with it is just heavenly.
Agreed. The sauce is a game changer. It's a perfect blend of sweet and savory.
Do you have a favorite type of tempura?
Oh, I love shrimp tempura. It's plump and juicy on the inside and crispy on the outside.
Shrimp tempura is delicious. But have you ever tried vegetable tempura? It's surprisingly satisfying.
Yes, I have. Especially the sweet potatoes. They're like candy coated in tempura batter.
I know, right? And the zucchini ones are so fresh and flavorful.
It's funny how things taste so much better when they're coated in batter.
So true. It's the magic of tempura.
By the way, have you ever tried dipping your tempura in wasabi?
I have. And it's quite a thrilling experience. But you have to be careful not to go overboard with the wasabi.
That's for sure. A little goes a long way.
Speaking of long ways, have you ever tried different dipping sauces with your tempura?
I've tried soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, and even barbecue sauce. But I always come back to the classic tempura dipping sauce.
Same here. There's just something about that sauce that makes everything taste better.
I couldn't agree more. I think we should grab some tempura after this chat.
Great idea. Let's get our tempura fix right away.
Hi, welcome to the Great Barrier Reef. My name is Alex, and I'll be your diving instructor today. Have you ever been diving before?
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me. I have tried diving once, but it was in a pool. This is my first time in the ocean.
No problem at all. We'll go over some basics before we go in the water. Do you have any concerns or questions?
I'm a bit nervous about the depth and the creatures in the sea. Are there any dangerous ones I should watch out for?
Don't worry too much. We'll start at a shallow depth and I'll be with you the whole time. As for the creatures, most of them are harmless and they won't bother you. Just stay calm and enjoy the sights.
Okay, that sounds good. How deep will we be going?
We'll start at around 10 feet and gradually go a bit deeper than that. But don't worry, we won't go deeper than 40 feet.
Wow, that's still pretty deep. What kind of marine life can we expect to see down there?
You can see lots of things, like colorful fishes, corals, and sea turtles. And if we're lucky, we might even see a shark or a manta ray.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to see all the beautiful creatures. Let's get started.
Alright, let's gear up and get in the water. Remember, take slow and deep breaths and equalize your ears if you feel any discomfort. And most importantly, have fun.
Got it. Thanks a lot for being such a helpful instructor. Let's go explore the ocean.
Hi there. Welcome to our deep dish pizza restaurant in Chicago. What can I get for you today?
Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm in the mood for some classic deep dish pizza. Can you recommend any toppings?
Absolutely. Our most popular toppings are sausage, mushrooms, and onions. But you can also try our specialty pizza with spinach and feta cheese.
That sounds delicious. I'll go with the spinach and feta. Can I also get a side salad with balsamic dressing?
Of course. Would you like any drinks to go with that?
I'll have a glass of red wine, please.
Great choice. Are you visiting Chicago for the first time?
Yes, I am. I've heard so much about deep dish pizza and had to try it for myself.
Well, you picked the perfect spot. Our deep dish pizza is renowned in Chicago. Have you had any other local food since you've been here?
Yes, I tried a Chicago-style hot dog with all the toppings. It was amazing.
Glad to hear it. Chicago is famous for our hot dogs too. Have you done any sightseeing while you're here?
Yes, I went to see the Bean in Millennium Park and also took a boat tour on Lake Michigan. It's been a great trip so far.
That's fantastic. There's so much to see and do in Chicago. I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here.
Thank you. And thanks for the great service and delicious pizza. I'll definitely recommend this place to my friends.
We appreciate the support. Enjoy your meal and have a great day. Hey B, how's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain. So, what's the plan for improving user engagement on our social app?
Well, we've noticed that users tend to drop off after a few minutes of browsing, so we need to create a more engaging user interface.
That sounds like a good idea. Do you have any specific design changes in mind?
One idea we had is to add more personalized content for each user based on their browsing history.
That's a good one. We could also use more vibrant colors to catch their attention and make the browsing experience more enjoyable.
Definitely. And I was thinking we could incorporate more interactive elements like quizzes or polls to keep users engaged.
Great idea. We could use those as a way to gather feedback from users too.
Exactly. And of course, we'll need to make sure the interface is easy to navigate and user-friendly.
Agreed. Maybe we could incorporate some icons or graphics to help users understand the different sections of the app.
Sounds like a plan. We'll also need to test the changes and get feedback from users to see what they think.
Yeah, we could do some A/B testing to compare different versions of the interface and see which one is more effective.
Good point. Overall, it's all about making the browsing experience more enjoyable and engaging for our users.
Definitely. Let's get to work on making these changes and see how they impact user engagement. Hey, B. How's it going?
Hey, A. Not too bad. What's up?
I was just thinking about our company's user interface. I think it could really use some improvement.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. What do you think we should do?
Well, as a front-end engineer, I think we could really benefit from some more intuitive features that make the site easier to navigate.
Definitely. And as a UI designer, I think we can improve the visual design and styling to create a more engaging user experience.
That sounds perfect. Maybe we can brainstorm some ideas and then get the team together to evaluate which ones will work best.
I love brainstorming. It always makes me feel like a mad scientist.
Me too. Maybe we could even come up with some crazy ideas, like putting a rocket ship on the homepage.
Now you're speaking my language, A. But seriously, we should aim for simplicity and clarity in our design choices so the user can focus on their tasks.
Good point. We certainly don't want to scare them away with too much craziness.
Definitely not. So let's keep it simple, yet fun enough to capture their interest.
Agreed. And let's also put a focus on mobile responsiveness, so users can access our site anywhere, anytime.
Sounds like we've got some great ideas brewing, A. I'm excited to see what we can come up with when we present them to the team.
Me too, B. It'll be great to see the smiles on their faces when they realize how much better our user interface can be.
Definitely. Let's make it happen, A.
Hi there, B. It's great to work with you on this project.
Likewise, A. So, what's the plan for automating the contract management process?
Well, we'll start by identifying the most commonly used contracts and creating templates for them.
That makes sense. And then we can use machine learning algorithms to auto-populate the fields with relevant information.
Exactly. We can also use optical character recognition, OCR, to convert scanned contracts into editable text.
Nice. We can't forget about security, though. How do we protect sensitive information?
We can use access controls and encryption to make sure only authorized personnel can access the information.
Good point. And what about signature verification?
We could incorporate digital signatures or biometric authentication to ensure the authenticity of signatures.
I like the sound of that. Any ideas for streamlining the approval process?
We could integrate the system with email, so parties can approve contracts from their inbox.
That could save a lot of time. Overall, this sounds like it will be a great solution for our firm.
Agreed. And with the time we save on contract management, we can focus on our other legal work, and maybe even sneak in a round of golf or two.
Haha, now that's music to my ears.
Hey, have you tried soba noodles before?
Yes, I have. I love soba noodles.
Me too. Do you like it hot or cold?
That's a tough one. I guess it depends on the weather.
That's a good point. I prefer cold soba on hot summer days.
Yeah, same here. It's so refreshing and light.
Have you tried dipping it in the sauce?
Of course. The sauce is a must-have for soba noodles.
I agree. It's a perfect combination of savory and sweet.
And don't forget the wasabi. It adds a nice kick.
Oh, definitely. Though, I always have to be careful not to put too much.
Me too. One time, I put too much and my eyes started watering.
Laughs, that's funny. Well, it's good to know you learned your lesson.
Yes, I definitely did. How about you? Any funny soba stories?
Laughs, actually, now that you mention it, one time I was so excited to eat my soba noodles that I accidentally spilled the sauce all over myself.
Oh no. That's embarrassing.
It was, but at least I smelled delicious for the rest of the day.
Laughs, that's one way to look at it. Soba noodles definitely have a way of sticking with you.
Yeah, they really do. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Agreed. It's always a good day when I get to enjoy some soba noodles.
Hi B, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, what brings you to the supermarket office today?
Well, I wanted to go over the financial reports and budget for the upcoming quarter. I figured this would be a quiet spot to focus on the details.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. Have you noticed any major discrepancies or concerns in the reports?
Actually, things are looking pretty good. We've managed to stay within budget for most areas and have even exceeded sales expectations in some cases.
That's great news to hear. I know it can be tough to stay on target with expenses and revenue at times.
Definitely. But we've got a great team in place to keep things running smoothly.
Speaking of the team, have you had a chance to review the payroll information as well?
Yes, I have. I think we may need to make some adjustments in terms of overtime and benefits, but overall it's been pretty steady.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad everything seems to be in order. Do you need me to go over anything specific with you?
Actually, if you could explain some of the numbers in the cash flow statement, that would be helpful.
Sure thing. Let me pull that up on my laptop and we'll go through it together.
Thanks, I appreciate your help.
No problem at all. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes on these things.
Agreed. Now, let's get cracking on this budget so we can keep this store thriving.
You got it, B. Let's get to work. Hi there, glad to be talking with a cybersecurity expert like you.
Thanks, I'm happy to share my insights on keeping our company's network system secure and safe from hackers.
We have implemented some basic security measures, but I am concerned that it's not enough. What else can we do to improve our security?
Well, first, we need to make sure that everyone in the company is aware of cybersecurity threats and the importance of following security protocols. Education is key.
That's a good point. But what about using encryption and firewalls?
Yes, encryption and firewalls are important tools to protect our networks, but we also need to ensure that all software and applications are up to date with security patches.
I see. Also, what about password management?
Good password management is critical. We need to encourage employees to use strong passwords that are changed regularly and to not share them with anyone.
Right, I remember reading that some hackers use social engineering to get people to give them their login information.
Exactly. Hackers often use phishing scams or social engineering attacks to trick employees into giving away sensitive information.
I think we are on the same page here. It's important to stay vigilant, update security measures, and educate everyone in the company. Thank you for the insightful discussion.
You're welcome. It's always good to have these discussions and ensure we are doing everything we can to prevent cyber attacks.
Hey B, why don't we come to the park today? It's such a beautiful day.
Yay! Let's go. I want to ride my scooter.
Okay, but don't go too fast or you might fall.
I won't, I promise. Look, Mom. There's a dog over there.
Oh, let's go say hello. What's his name, do you think?
I don't know, but he looks friendly. Hi there, doggy.
Laughs, you're so brave. But be careful, sometimes dogs can be unpredictable.
I know, Mom. But this one is wagging his tail, so he must be happy.
Smiling, you're right. Hey, want to do some swings now?
Yes, please. Higher, Mom. Higher.
Pushing the swing, This is so much fun. I used to do this when I was your age too.
Really? That's cool. Can we also do the slide?
Of course. But be sure to climb up carefully, okay?
Yes, Mom. I'll hold on tight. Look at me, Mom, I can do it.
Hugging B, you did great. That was awesome.
Thank you, Mom. I love playing with you at the park. Can we come again next week?
Absolutely, my darling. I'm always happy to spend time with my little adventurer. Good evening, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great, just excited to cook up some delicious steaks tonight.
Sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product.
Our steaks are freshly sourced from a farm right here in Oxfordshire. Have you tried them before?
No, but I've heard great things about them. Can you recommend a particular cut?
Our sirloin is very popular among our regulars, but I would also suggest trying our ribeye.
Great, I'll keep that in mind. What sides do you recommend to go with the steaks?
Our roasted potatoes and grilled asparagus are always popular choices. We also have a delicious truffle mushroom sauce that pairs well with the steaks.
That all sounds amazing. I'm sure the customers will love it.
Speaking of customers, do you have any quirky stories to share from your time serving here at the restaurant?
Well, one time a customer came in and ordered a burger with no bun. Instead, they wanted 2 slices of lettuce to sandwich the patty.
Laughs, that's definitely unique. I'll have to keep that in mind for future orders.
How about you? Any interesting stories from the kitchen?
Actually, one time we had a couple that ordered their steak blue rare. They wanted it so rare that it basically just needed to be on the grill for a few seconds on each side.
Wow, that's pretty rare indeed.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but we aim to please our customers.
Well, I'm sure tonight's service will be a success. Let's get to it.
Yes, let's make some mouth-watering steaks. Hey, have you been keeping up with the trends in the petroleum market lately?
Not really, why? Anything big going on?
Well, it seems like demand for petroleum products has been on the rise, especially in emerging markets like China and India.
That makes sense. Those 2 countries alone account for almost 20% of the world's population.
Yeah, and if you factor in the growing middle class and increased urbanization, it's no surprise that they're consuming more oil.
But what about the environmental concerns and the push towards renewable energy sources?
Good point, but at the end of the day, oil is still a major player in the global energy market and it will take time to fully transition to cleaner alternatives.
True, but even the big oil companies are starting to invest in green technologies.
Exactly, they realize that they need to adapt and evolve to stay relevant in the long run.
So, what's your outlook on the oil market for the next year or so?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think we can expect continued volatility, especially with geopolitical tensions and OPEC policies coming into play.
Yeah, you never know when a sudden supply disruption or political turmoil will send prices shooting up.
But on the other hand, advances in technology and improved efficiency could help keep prices in check.
Interesting. Hey, did you see that new electric car commercial?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But let's not forget, it still needs electricity to run, and a lot of our power still comes from fossil fuels.
Good point. I guess we still have a ways to go before we can truly say we've moved beyond petroleum.
Agreed. But at least we're moving in the right direction, and that's something to celebrate. Hey, have you tried that ramen place down the street?
No, I haven't. How is it?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. The broth is so flavorful and the noodles are perfectly cooked.
Now, you're making me hungry. What kind of ramen do they have?
They have all kinds: miso, shoyu, tonkatsu, you name it.
I love a good tonkatsu ramen. Does it come with any toppings?
Yes, they have everything from chashu pork to bamboo shoots. And don't forget the soft-boiled egg, it's a must.
Wow, I'm definitely going to check it out. Is it expensive?
Not at all, actually. A bowl of ramen there is less than $10.
What? That's a steal.
It really is. And the portions are huge too, so you won't leave hungry.
Well, you've convinced me. Let's go check it out this weekend.
Absolutely, I can't wait to go back. Ramen is my new favorite food.
Same here. Ramen for life.
Hey there, B. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about you?
Can't complain. So, what are we working on today?
We need to figure out a way to reduce quality issues in our software. Do you have any ideas?
One thing we could do is implement more thorough testing procedures. We could try out some new automated testing tools as well.
Yeah, that could definitely help. But what if we miss something during testing?
Good point. We could try to involve more people in the testing process to catch any errors.
That could work. We could also do some user testing to see how the software functions in real-world scenarios.
Yes. That's a great idea. We could get feedback from our customers and make necessary improvements.
Exactly. What about regression testing? Do you think that could be useful?
Definitely. It would help us catch any defects that arise during software updates.
And we could automate that process too. Do you have any experience working with automation tools?
Yes, I've used Selenium before. It's a pretty reliable tool.
Okay, we can look into implementing that. What about performance testing? How do we make sure the software runs smoothly?
We could look at implementing load and stress testing to see how the software handles high-traffic scenarios.
Right. We also need to make sure the software meets industry standards and guidelines.
Yeah, we could do some compliance testing to ensure that we're meeting all necessary regulations.
That's a good point. We definitely don't want any legal issues down the line. Thanks for your suggestions, A.
No problem, B. Let's definitely start implementing some of these ideas and see how they improve our software quality. Hey B, have you ever heard of ISO 27001 Virtual Private Network, VPN?
Sure, I know a little bit about it. Why do you ask?
I've been considering implementing it for my company's security. Do you think it's worth it?
Absolutely. It's one of the best ways to ensure secure remote access to company resources.
That's great to hear. I also heard that it can help save costs on hardware and maintenance.
Yes, because it operates on a cloud-based platform, it eliminates the need for expensive physical devices and upkeep.
Wow, that sounds amazing. But what about security breaches? Is it still safe?
Definitely, the VPN uses multiple layers of encryption and authentication protocols to prevent unauthorized access.
I see, that's really reassuring. What about ease of use for employees? Will they need to install extra software?
It's actually very easy to use. Employees just need to download a VPN client and log in with their credentials to access company resources.
That sounds pretty straightforward. But what if there are connection issues or downtime?
The VPN has a failover mechanism that automatically switches to a backup server in case of any issues or downtime.
Ah, that's smart. I like that it has a backup plan in place. How about the cost? Will it be expensive to implement?
It depends on the size of your company and the level of customization you require, but overall it's a cost-effective solution in the long run.
Got it. Thanks for all your insight, B. I think I'll definitely consider implementing ISO 27001 Virtual Private Network for my company's security.
You're welcome, A. Always happy to help out with anything IT related.
Hey B, I heard we're using jQuery and ASP.NET MVC5 for the new internal website system. What do you think?
Yeah, that's right. It's a popular combination for web development these days.
I'm excited to work with jQuery. It's always been my go-to for front-end scripting.
And I'm excited to work with ASP.NET MVC5. It's a great framework for developing web applications.
Definitely. Do you think we'll face any challenges during the development process?
Perhaps some compatibility issues, but we can handle those with proper testing and troubleshooting.
Good point. How do you think our teamwork will be during this project?
Well, as long as we communicate effectively and collaborate efficiently, we should have no problem delivering a high-quality website.
I agree. Speaking of communication, do you have any tips on how we can enhance our team's communication skills?
Maybe we can schedule regular team meetings and encourage everyone to share their ideas and concerns openly.
That's a great idea. I think it's important to have open and honest communication to ensure the success of this project.
Absolutely. And let's not forget to have some fun while we work on this website. Maybe we can have a team-building activity one of these days.
I'm down for that. Let's make sure to balance work and play to keep the morale high.
Sounds like a plan. Well, let's get started on this project and make it the best it can be.
Good morning, B. Thank you for coming in for your financial report.
Good morning, A. No problem, I'm excited to see the numbers.
Great, let's dive right in. It looks like overall, your company's profits have increased by 15% compared to last year.
Wow, that's fantastic. Did any particular area drive that growth?
Yes, actually. Your new line of eco-friendly products has been a huge success and saw a 25% increase in sales.
That's amazing news. I'm glad to see that our efforts towards sustainability are paying off.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about your cost-cutting initiatives, they've definitely helped improve your bottom line.
Yes, we're always looking for ways to be more efficient. It's great to see that reflected in our finances.
It definitely is. And I have to say, your team did an excellent job with managing expenses this year. Your travel expenses, for instance, decreased by 20%.
Laughs, yes, we did put a bit of a halt on travel during the pandemic. But it's good to know it had a positive impact on our finances.
Definitely. Overall, your financials look strong and I'm confident your company is on a great path for growth.
Thank you, couldn't have done it without your team's help with the books.
Happy to be of service. Have a great day, and let us know if you have any future financial needs.
Will do. Thanks again.
Hi B, what are you making today?
Hi Mom, I'm making cupcakes. Do you want to help?
Sure, I love making cupcakes. What flavor are you making?
I'm making chocolate cupcakes with pink frosting.
Yum, that sounds delicious. Can I mix the batter?
Of course, I'll get the ingredients. Can you hand me the cocoa powder?
Here you go. So, how was your day at school?
It was good. We had a math test today, but I think I did well.
That's great. Math can be a little challenging sometimes.
Yeah, but I have a great teacher who helps explain everything.
That's important. Now, let's put these cupcakes in the oven and wait for them to bake.
Can we make some decorations for the cupcakes while we wait?
Absolutely. We have some sprinkles and food coloring. What do you want to make?
Let's make little hearts out of the pink frosting and put sprinkles on top.
Sounds perfect. I'll get the piping bag and start frosting.
Thanks, Mom. This is so much fun.
It is. I'm glad we get to spend this time together. The cupcakes smell amazing.
I can't wait to try them. Thanks for helping me, Mom.
Anytime, sweetie. Let's clean up and get ready to enjoy our delicious treats. Hi there. I'm a wine connoisseur. What types of wine do you have here in Stuttgart?
Hi, my name is B, and I'm a bartender here. We have quite the selection, from Rieslings to Spätburgunders. Is there anything specific you're in the mood for?
Maybe we can start with a Riesling? I'm curious about the ones from this region.
Absolutely. We have a few options from nearby vineyards. This first one is a bit sweet, with notes of honey and apricot.
That's delicious. I can taste the sweetness, but it's not overwhelming. What's next on the list?
How about a Spätburgunder? This one is aged in oak barrels and has a smoky, earthy flavor with a hint of cherries.
Oh, I love the complexity of this one. It's definitely different from the Riesling, but in a good way.
Glad you like it. Our next wine is a Grauburgunder, also known as Pinot Gris. It's light and refreshing, with a touch of citrus.
This one would be perfect for a summer day. I can imagine enjoying a glass of this while sitting outside on a patio.
Agreed. It's always nice to have a variety of wines for different occasions. Our final wine is a Merlot, which has notes of black cherry and vanilla.
Wow, this Merlot is fantastic. The flavors blend together perfectly. I could definitely drink a few glasses of this.
I'm glad to hear that. Wine is all about finding the perfect fit for your taste buds. Is there any wine you'd like to try again?
The Spätburgunder really stood out to me, so I think I'll have another glass of that. Thank you so much for the great suggestions.
Anytime, It was a pleasure having you here. Cheers to good wine and good company.
All right, let's start with some shots of you in front of the slot machines.
Sounds good. Do you want me to look serious or smile?
Let's mix it up. Serious for the first few, then a big smile for the last.
Got it. Should I hold anything? Maybe a playing card or some chips?
Yeah, grab a few chips and play around with them. Maybe toss them in the air and catch them.
Okay, let me give it a try. Starts playing with the chips.
Nice, nice. Keep it going. Let's move over to the roulette table now.
Ooh, can I spin the wheel?
Of course. Let me just adjust the lighting. Okay, ready when you are.
Spins the wheel, this is fun. Can we do it again?
Absolutely. Let's get some close-up shots of your hands on the chips too.
Places her hands on the chips like this?
Perfect. Maybe tilt your head down a bit. Yes. That's great.
What about over at the blackjack table? Can I hold some cards?
Yes, definitely. Maybe we can get some shots of you counting out chips too.
Sure thing. how long until we wrap up this shoot?
We have about half an hour left. Let's finish up here and then head outside for some shots by the fountains.
Sounds good to me. This has been so much fun. Thank you for making this shoot enjoyable.
No problem at all. It's always great when the model is enthusiastic and creative. Let's go get those outside shots now. Wow, the architecture of this museum is stunning. Is it a contemporary art museum?
Yes, this is the Kobe City Museum of Art. It showcases various art forms that emerged in the region throughout history, from traditional to contemporary.
I see. It's always fascinating to explore local art scenes. Can you tell me more about the art development in Kobe?
Sure. Kobe has a rich history of art stemming from its long-standing trade with foreigners. Western influence brought about a blend of styles, and this mix can be seen in the art created in Kobe.
That's interesting. What are some notable artists or art styles that emerged in Kobe?
One notable artist is Shiko Munakata, who was a master of woodblock printing. As for art styles, the Nihonga style, which combines traditional Japanese techniques with modern Western techniques, is quite popular here.
Ah yes, I've heard of Munakata. I love his unique take on traditional Japanese art. Do you have a favorite artist from the region?
Yes, I do. I'm a big fan of Ikeda Masuwa. His sculptures are incredibly imaginative and playful.
I'll have to keep an eye out for his work while we explore the museum. Speaking of which, where do you recommend we start our tour?
I suggest starting with the exhibition on the second floor, which showcases contemporary art from Kobe and the surrounding region.
Sounds great, let's go. Thanks for the insight into the local art scene, I'm excited to learn more.
No problem, happy to share my knowledge. Let's enjoy the art.
It's so nice having a picnic with you today, B. What do you think of the sandwiches?
They're great, Dad. I especially love the turkey and cheese one.
I'm glad you like them. So, how's school going?
It's going pretty well. I'm taking an art class now and it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. Maybe you can paint us something for our home.
Yeah, that would be cool. I just need to practice more to get better.
Practice makes perfect, B. Keep it up. Say, have you seen any good movies lately?
Actually, I saw this new comedy called Good Boys. It was hilarious.
Well, that sounds like something we should watch together.
Definitely, Dad. I think you'll like it too.
So, have you thought about what you want to do over summer break?
I was thinking of applying for an internship at the local art museum. What do you think?
That sounds like a great opportunity, B. I'm proud of you for taking the initiative.
Thanks, Dad. I'm just excited to see what the future holds.
And I'm excited to see all the amazing things you'll accomplish, B.
Thanks, Dad. You always know how to make me feel good.
Well, that's what dads are for. Finish your sandwich and let's play some frisbee. Hi there. Are you enjoying your visit to Mount Fuji today?
Yes, absolutely. It's breathtakingly beautiful up here.
I know, right? As a travel photographer, I've seen many stunning sights, but this one always takes my breath away.
I can see why. Your camera gear looks very professional. Do you take photos for a living?
Yes, I do. I'm a travel photographer, and I roam around the world capturing beautiful landscapes, portraits of people and culture.
Wow, that must be a dream job.
It definitely is. But I also enjoy helping travelers like you capture the beauty of the places they visit. Would you like me to take your picture with Mount Fuji in the background?
Sure, that would be great. Thanks.
No problem. This is the perfect spot. Stand here, and I'll adjust my lens to emphasize the mountain in the background.
I'm impressed by how you adjust the camera settings so quickly. You must be very experienced.
Thank you. It's taken me years of practice to get the right shot. Now, say cheese.
Cheese.
That's perfect. You look great. Did you want to take some photos too? I could give you a few tips on getting beautiful shots.
That sounds amazing. I would love to learn some photography tips from a pro.
Sure thing. Let's see what kind of shots we can capture together. Hey B, have you heard about the new ISO 27001 standard on vulnerability?
Yeah, I have. I heard it's a must-have for companies in today's digital age.
Definitely. It's like installing the best security guard for your company's confidential information.
And we all know how important it is to keep sensitive information safe.
Absolutely. I don't want my personal information or bank account details to get into the wrong hands.
Oh no, that would be a nightmare. But with ISO 27001, we can protect ourselves and our customers.
Plus, it helps build trust with clients. I mean, who wants to work with a company that can't even protect their own data?
That's a good point. It's just like picking a reliable babysitter. You want to make sure they can take care of your child.
Also, the certification process is a great way to improve our company's security measures.
Yes, it's like a spring cleaning for our digital space. We can identify and fix any vulnerabilities before they become a problem.
And it's not just for big corporations, even small businesses can benefit from ISO 27001.
Exactly. We all have something valuable to protect.
So, what are you waiting for? Let's get our company certified and have some peace of mind.
I'm with you. ISO 27001, here we come.
Hey B, have you heard about the online education company we are working with? They want to use AI technology to personalize their courses.
Oh, that sounds interesting. How can we incorporate AI into their education content?
Well, we can first use data analytics to understand the learning styles of each student and recommend customized materials to them.
And we can also use natural language processing to track their progress and provide automated feedback.
Exactly. And we can even create virtual teaching assistants powered by AI to answer their questions and provide additional support.
That would be cool. But we also have to make sure the AI algorithms are ethical and unbiased in terms of gender, race, and culture.
Good point, B. We want to empower diversity and inclusion in our online education. Let's make sure the technology reflects that.
Agreed. And imagine, we could even use AI to predict future trends in education and adapt our courses accordingly.
The possibilities are endless with AI. We just have to ensure that human touch and interaction are not lost in the process.
Absolutely. We want to create a balanced blend of technology and human guidance for the best learning experience.
This is going to be an exciting project. Let's get to work and make personalized education a reality with AI. Hey B, great to have you here in Melbourne. How's your trip been so far?
Thanks, A. The trip has been great. Really excited to be here to discuss potential investments.
That's wonderful. So let's get straight to business. What kind of property investments are you interested in?
I'm open to various options, but I'm particularly interested in mixed-use developments.
Sounds like a great choice. Our team has been working on a few mixed-use projects. Have you had a chance to look at our proposals?
Yes, I have. I'm impressed with the overall design and functionality of the projects. I would love to learn more about the investment potential.
Absolutely. Our team has done extensive research on the market and the demand for mixed-use developments in Melbourne. The returns are quite promising.
That's good to hear. I assume there are risks involved as well?
Of course, like with any investment. But we have a team of experts who analyze and mitigate risks for our clients.
That's very reassuring. I'm eager to learn more about the financial aspects and expected returns.
Great, let's dive into the numbers. But first, can I offer you some coffee?
Yes, please. Need to keep my caffeine levels up for these investment discussions.
Haha, I hear you. I'll go grab us some cups and we can continue our chat. Hey, have you heard of any good burger joints in Australia?
Sure have. There's this place called Betty's Burgers that's pretty popular.
What makes it so popular?
Well, they use all fresh ingredients and their burgers are cooked to perfection. Plus, their fries are amazing.
Sounds good, but do they have any unique burger options?
Actually, they do have a vegan burger option that is supposed to be really tasty.
That's great to hear. I'm always on the lookout for good vegan options. Is there another place you'd recommend?
Yes. Have you heard of Grilled?
No, tell me about it.
They focus on healthy burgers made with organic, grass-fed meat. They even have a veggie patty option too.
Wow, that sounds like a good balance between indulging and healthy eating.
Exactly. Plus, they have really fun toppings like avocado and beetroot.
Yum, now I'm getting hungry. Are these places only in Sydney, or are they all over Australia?
I think Betty's Burgers is located in multiple cities across Australia, but Grilled is mainly in the major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane.
Good to know, thanks for the recommendations. I'm definitely going to check them out next time I'm in Australia. Congratulations on your big win at the casino. What brings you back to the front desk today?
Thanks. I'm here to collect my winnings. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely. Could I see your ID and player's card, please?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Great, everything seems to be in order. You've won quite a sum of money.
Yes, it was an unexpected surprise. I'm excited to take some of it home with me.
Is there anything else we can assist you with for your stay?
Actually, I was wondering if there are any shows or events happening in town tonight. I'd love to continue celebrating my win.
Of course. There are a number of great shows on the Strip tonight, including some popular comedians and magicians.
That sounds fantastic. Can you make a recommendation?
Well, if you're in the mood for some laughs, I'd suggest checking out the comedy club at the nearby hotel.
That sounds like just what I need. Thanks for your help, I really appreciate it.
No problem at all, it's our pleasure to assist our guests. Enjoy the show and congratulations again on your win. Hi there, B, nice to meet you. I heard you're looking for ways to optimize your production processes and cut down on costs.
Yes, that's correct. We're always looking for ways to increase efficiency around here. Do you have any suggestions, eh?
Well, have you considered implementing some automation software into your production line? It's a great way to save time and reduce errors.
That's definitely something we've been thinking about. Do you have any particular software in mind?
There are a variety of options out there, but I might suggest looking into some custom software development. It could be tailored specifically to your company's needs and processes.
Interesting. How long do you think the development process would take?
It really depends on the complexity of the software, but on average it could take a few months. However, the long-term benefits could be huge.
I see your point. What other ways could we optimize our production?
You might also consider utilizing some data analytics software to track your production metrics and identify areas for improvement. This could lead to even more cost savings and efficiencies.
That's a great suggestion. Do you think you could help us with implementing some of these solutions, eh?
Absolutely. As a software engineer, I have the expertise to design and develop the solutions your company needs. Just let me know what you're looking for.
Wonderful. Let's set up a meeting to discuss this further. Thanks for your input, eh?
Of course, happy to help. Looking forward to working together. Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 Business Impact Analysis, BIA?
Yeah, of course. It's the process of identifying and evaluating the potential impact of disaster scenarios on your business operations.
Wow, you really know your stuff. So, what's your take on BIA? Do you think it's necessary for all businesses?
Absolutely. BIA helps businesses understand their vulnerabilities and prepare for unexpected events.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what's even more important? Making BIA a fun process.
A fun process? How so?
Well, instead of just filling in forms, we could turn it into a game. We could create disaster scenarios and challenge each other to come up with the best solutions.
That's a great idea. We could even make it a team-building exercise and involve everyone.
Exactly. And we could reward the winning team with lunch or something.
I'm all for it. BIA doesn't have to be dull and boring. It can be a fun and exciting way to ensure our business is prepared for any situation.
That's the spirit. We'll show everyone that BIA can be both effective and enjoyable.
Let's get started on this. I'm excited to see what kind of disaster scenarios we can come up with.
Haha, me too. Who knew disaster planning could be so entertaining?
Thanks for bringing some fun into our workday, eh?
Anytime, B. Happy to help out. Hey B, have you ever thought about how we can improve the shopping experience on our company's website?
Yes, definitely. As a front-end engineer, I'm always looking for ways to improve the website's overall performance.
That's great. As a UI designer, I'm concerned about the aesthetics and usability of the website. How can we work together to create a better shopping experience?
Well, first of all, we should make sure that the website is responsive to different devices, including desktop, tablet, and mobile. Customers should be able to easily navigate and browse products on any device.
I totally agree. We should also make sure that the website has a clear and consistent visual hierarchy. This will help customers quickly find what they're looking for.
Another thing we should consider is implementing a filter system that enables customers to refine their search results based on specific criteria, such as price range, brand, and product features.
Absolutely. And maybe we can also include customer reviews and ratings on product pages, which can help build trust and credibility with potential buyers.
That's a great idea. And we should also optimize the website's loading speed to minimize the waiting time for customers.
Yes, speed is crucial. And maybe we can also integrate social media features that enable customers to share products they like with their friends and followers.
Sounds good. Overall, I think our goal should be to create a shopping experience that is enjoyable, efficient, and personalized.
I couldn't agree more. Let's work together and make it happen. Good morning. What kind of bread are you making today?
Hi there. We have our usual sourdough and baguettes. And we've introduced a new multi-grain bread.
Oh, that sounds interesting. How does it taste?
It's a bit nutty with a mix of sesame, sunflower, and pumpkin seeds. Would you like to try it?
Yes, please. And I'll also have a cappuccino.
Sure thing. Would you like me to have it here or to go?
I'll have it to go, please. I'm on my way to work.
All right. Your coffee will be ready in just a few minutes. So, what kind of bread do you normally prefer?
I really like sourdough bread. It has a distinct flavor that goes well with different toppings.
I agree. And did you know that sourdough bread is easier to digest than regular bread?
Really? I did not know that. Thanks for the tip.
No problem. There's always something new to learn about bread and coffee.
Speaking of coffee, do you have any new blends or flavors?
We just got a shipment of single-origin beans from Ethiopia. It has a really fruity and floral taste.
Wow, that sounds exotic. I might have to try that next time.
Definitely do. It's a limited edition, so it won't be here forever.
Thanks for letting me know. Here's my payment. Keep the change.
Thank you so much. Have a great day at work.
Good morning, B. How may I assist you today in your legal matter?
Good morning, A. Well, I'm currently dealing with a contract dispute and I need your professional guidance.
Certainly, I'm here to help. Can you give me a brief summary of the situation?
Basically, the other party breached some terms in the contract, causing damages to my company. I want to sue them for compensation.
I see. We'll definitely need to look through the contract and gather evidence to support your claim. But before we jump into that, can I offer you a cup of coffee or tea?
Thank you, that would be great. I prefer coffee, black with a spoonful of sugar.
Great, I'll be right back. By the way, have you watched any good movies lately?
Yes, I saw a really funny comedy last weekend. It had me laughing the whole way through.
That's great, we all need a good laugh every now and then. Here's your coffee, let's get started on your case.
Thank you. I agree, it's good to have a sense of humor, especially during stressful times.
Absolutely. Now, let's review the contract and find a solution to this dispute. I'm confident that we can achieve a favorable outcome for your company.
I appreciate your confidence, A. It's reassuring to have you as my legal representative.
It's my pleasure, B. I take pride in serving my clients to the best of my ability. Let's work together to overcome this challenge.
Agreed. And thanks again for the coffee, it's delicious.
Hey, B. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks. By the way, I wanted to talk to you about something related to our work.
Sure thing, what's up?
Well, I was thinking about how we could use natural language processing to generate news reports. What do you think about that idea?
That sounds interesting. I think it's definitely worth exploring.
Great. I was wondering if you could give me an overview of how natural language processing works.
Sure, so basically natural language processing is a subfield of artificial intelligence that focuses on analyzing and understanding human language. It involves techniques like parsing, semantic analysis, and named entity recognition.
Wow, that sounds pretty complex. Do you think we could use it to automate the process of writing news reports?
It's definitely possible. We could train our natural language processing model on a large corpus of news articles and use it to automatically generate reports. Of course, we would need to fine-tune the model to ensure that the reports are accurate and informative.
That sounds like a lot of work, but also really exciting. I think we could create something really innovative with natural language processing.
Agreed. There's a lot of potential for using natural language processing in the field of journalism. I'm excited to see where this project takes us.
Me too. Thanks for your insights, B. I think we're going to make a great team on this project.
No problem, A. Looking forward to it.
Hey, I saw you walking with an old grandpa in the park yesterday. Who was he?
Ah, that's my grandpa. We go for walks regularly.
That's so sweet. I miss my grandpa. What do you guys do on your walks?
We discuss everything from the weather to politics.
That's interesting. Does your grandpa ever surprise you with something unexpected?
Absolutely. One time, he challenged me to a race and beat me even though he's in his 80s.
No way. That's amazing. Does he always beat you at everything?
Well, he definitely has more life experience than me, but I can still beat him at some things.
What kind of things?
Chess, for example. I beat him yesterday.
Wow, Grandpa has some tough competition then. Do you think he enjoys your walks together?
Absolutely. He's always talking about how great it is to spend time with me, and we have lots of fun.
That's so heartwarming. You're making memories that will last a lifetime.
I know, I'm lucky to have him. He's the best grandpa anyone could ask for.
It sounds like you guys have a great relationship. Keep it up.
Thanks, I will.
Hi there, how's it going? Have you got any ideas for our new project?
Hey, I'm doing great, thanks. Yes, I actually do have some ideas. I was thinking of adding more colors to the design for a brighter and fun look.
Sounds interesting. But let's make sure we don't overdo it and make it look cluttered.
Of course, I agree. I was also thinking of using some stunning graphics to highlight the key features of the interface.
Great, that will definitely make the product stand out. What type of graphics are you thinking of using?
Well, how about some retro-style illustrations for a funky touch? I believe our target audience would appreciate that.
Yes, that's a good idea. But we need to be careful not to make it too childish as our product is targeted to all age groups.
You're right, perhaps we can mix modern and classic design elements for a balanced look.
Alright, let's discuss the typography too. We need to find a font that's easy to read, yet stylish and elegant.
Absolutely. I suggest we use a sans serif font for a more modern look.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to test the readability before we finalize it.
And what about the layout? Should we stick to a traditional grid layout?
Personally, I think we should experiment with a more asymmetrical or overlapping layout to make it more dynamic.
I like that idea. It will definitely give our interface a fresh, innovative touch.
Let's also think about the visual hierarchy. We need to make sure the important information stands out.
Yes, we can use bold typography, larger font sizes, and complementary colors to achieve that.
And finally, let's not forget about accessibility. We need to make sure our interface is usable for people with disabilities.
That's a very important point. We can make sure our interface is keyboard accessible and adjust the contrast ratio for maximum readability.
Great, so we've got a lot of ideas to work with. Let's start sketching and prototyping to see which ones work best.
Agreed. I'm excited to see the final result of our collaboration.
Hi B. Thanks for meeting me here. How's your day going so far?
It's going good, thanks. Excited to talk about the design project.
Great. I've been conceptualizing a few ideas since our last meeting. What do you think about incorporating some vibrant colors into the design?
I like the idea of adding some bright colors, but I also want it to look professional. What do you suggest?
Absolutely, we can incorporate colors without making it look too playful. How about we use a bold shade of blue and accent it with a warm yellow?
Sounds interesting. Can you show me some examples of how that would look like?
Sure, I have some mock-ups here on my laptop. Let me show them to you. And we can also add some sleek typography to make it cleaner and more modern.
That sounds great. But can we also add some humor to the design? I want it to have a little bit of a fun vibe.
Of course, I have some ideas on how we can add some subtle humor without compromising the professional look. What do you think about using quirky icons and illustrations?
I like that idea. It'll keep it lighthearted and entertaining. So, what's the timeline looking like?
Well, we can finalize the mock-ups by next week and then move on to the development phase. The whole process should take around 4 to 6 weeks.
That works for me. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product.
Me too. Let's schedule our next meeting and we can discuss more details about the development.
Sounds good. Let's meet up again next week.
Perfect. It's always great to work with clients who are as enthusiastic about the project as I am.
Likewise. Thanks for your time and effort, A.
No problem, B. Enjoy the rest of your day. Dad, I'm so excited to play baseball today.
Me too, son. It's a beautiful day to be out here.
Do you think we'll hit any homers?
Well, if you swing hard and focus, you never know what can happen.
That's true. I'm gonna try my best.
That's all I can ask for. Remember, baseball is about having fun.
Speaking of fun, did you see the new bat I got?
Yeah, it looks like a big one. Does it make you feel like Babe Ruth?
Haha, a little bit. But I don't think I can live up to that legend.
You never know unless you try. Let's see what you've got.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Nice hit, son. You're a natural.
Thanks, Dad. I think I'm getting the hang of it.
That's the spirit. Keep practicing and you'll be a star in no time.
I hope so. And who knows, maybe we'll win the championship someday.
Hey, anything is possible. But for now, let's just enjoy this moment and have some fun.
Sounds good to me, Dad. Let's keep playing. Hey, B, have you heard about the cloud engineer and DevOps engineer working on deploying and managing bank applications in the cloud?
Yeah, I have. It's amazing how technology is making banking more accessible and efficient.
Absolutely. But I can imagine there are some challenges when it comes to security and compliance in the cloud.
You're right. That's why we need to make sure we have strong encryption protocols and secure access controls in place.
And what about scaling? The cloud can easily handle high volumes of traffic, but we need to make sure our application can handle it too.
True. That's where we need to use containerization and automated scaling to make sure the application can handle the load.
It's almost like we're building a skyscraper in the cloud. Strong foundation, solid structure, and speedy elevators to handle lots of traffic.
Ha! That's a great analogy. But we also need to make sure we're constantly monitoring and reviewing the application to make sure it's running smoothly.
Yes, we can't just set it and forget it. We need to be vigilant and proactive in our approach.
Well said, eh? It's exciting to see how the cloud is transforming the banking industry.
Definitely. And hey, maybe one day we'll be able to deposit our cloud coins at the cloud bank.
Laughs, who knows, eh? The sky's the limit.
Hey, have you ever heard of database version control and management?
Database what now?
Yeah, it's a system for managing changes to databases over time. It's really helpful for keeping track of revisions and avoiding conflicts.
I can see how that would be useful. But aren't databases already pretty organized?
They can be, but version control helps with keeping track of changes made by multiple users, avoiding errors, and rolling back to previous versions if necessary.
Ah, I see. So how does it actually work?
Well, there are different tools and approaches, but generally you would have a master copy of the database, and then create branches for different users or changes. Then you can merge changes back to the master when you're ready.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you have any recommendations for good version control software?
There are a lot of options, like Git and SVN. It really depends on your specific needs and preferences. Do you have any experience with either of those?
I've used it before, but only for code. I didn't realize it could also be used for databases.
Yeah, it's a versatile tool. And there are even some specifically designed for database management, like Flyway or Liquibase.
Interesting. I'll have to look into those. Have you ever had any issues using database version control systems?
Nothing major, but it's definitely important to make sure everyone is properly trained and following the same procedures. And it can take some getting used to if you're used to more manual methods.
Yeah, I can imagine. But it seems like the benefits would be worth it in the long run.
Definitely. Oh, and one more thing to keep in mind is that version control can also help with compliance and auditing requirements.
Good point. Thanks for explaining all of this to me. I'll definitely be doing some more research on it.
Hi there, I'm the hotel manager for this trip. Are you ready to explore some of Tokyo's best food?
Absolutely. I'm excited to show you all the amazing dishes the city has to offer.
That sounds great. Where should we go first?
Well, if you're in the mood for something light, we could try some sushi. Or if you're feeling adventurous, we can go for some yakitori.
I think I'll go for the sushi. What's the best place to get it around here?
I know a great spot just a few blocks from here. They have the freshest fish and the most skilled chefs.
Excellent. While we're eating, do you have any tips on how I can better share Japanese food culture with our guests?
Of course. First, it's important to emphasize the importance of presentation. The Japanese consider it just as important as taste.
That's good to know. What else?
Also, be sure to mention the seasonality of ingredients. Many dishes are only available during certain times of year.
Very interesting. And what about etiquette?
It's customary to say itadakimasu before eating and gokasusama deshita after finishing. And it's polite to refill your companion's drink first before your own.
Wow, there's so much to learn when it comes to Japanese food culture. I can't wait to share this with our guests.
They'll definitely appreciate it. And the best part is, they'll have an even deeper appreciation for the food after learning about the culture behind it.
I totally agree. Thanks for all your help, B.
No problem. It's been great showing you around Tokyo's food scene.
Hi there. What can I get for you today?
I'd love a latte and maybe a pastry to go with it.
Sure thing. We have some delicious croissants, muffins, and scones. What's your preference?
I'm feeling something sweet. How about a blueberry muffin?
Great choice. Our blueberry muffins are made fresh every morning. Would you like it warmed up?
Yes, please. And can you also add a bit of whipped cream on top?
Of course, anything for our lovely customers. I'll get started on that right away. How's your day been so far?
It's been good, thanks for asking. Work has been a bit hectic, but I always feel better after a good cup of coffee.
I know what you mean. I'm a pastry chef, but I can't function without my morning Americano. Have you tried any of our other drinks?
Not yet, but I always hear great things about the chai latte. Is that something you'd recommend?
Definitely. Our chai lattes are a customer favorite. It's the perfect blend of spices and sweetness.
All right, I'll have to give it a try next time. By the way, this muffin is amazing. Do you have any other pastries that you could recommend?
Thank you. Our almond croissants are also very popular. They have a crispy exterior and a warm, flaky center filled with almond paste.
You're making me hungry for more. I might have to take a few pastries to go.
No problem at all. We always have a fresh batch of pastries waiting for our customers. Do you need any packaging for your to-go order?
Yes, please. And also, may I ask for a business card? I want to recommend this coffee shop to my friends.
Absolutely. Here's our card. Thank you so much for your visit, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you too. I'll definitely come back for more of these yummy pastries and coffee. Have a great day.
You too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hi B, how's it going?
Hey, doing well, thanks. How about you?
Good, good. So, I heard we're working on optimizing the cargo tracking system using machine vision technology?
Yes, that's right. I think there's a lot of potential there.
What kind of specific problems do you think machine vision can help solve?
Well, for one thing, it can help automate the tracking process, making it more accurate and efficient.
Ah, that makes sense. And I imagine it could also help with things like identifying damaged goods, too?
Exactly. It can detect any flaws or defects in the cargo and alert the system accordingly. And with the right algorithms, it could even predict potential issues before they arise.
That sounds really helpful. Have you started doing any tests or anything yet?
Yeah, actually, we're currently using some image recognition software to scan and analyze photos of different shipments in real time.
Nice. Do you think we'll eventually be able to fully automate everything using machine vision technology?
That's definitely the goal. But I think it'll take some time and fine-tuning to ensure everything is running smoothly.
Definitely. And what do you think the long-term benefits would be for the company?
Well, aside from the obvious efficiency gains, using machine vision technology could also reduce costs by avoiding potential damage or loss of cargo.
Makes sense. This sounds like a really exciting project. Can't wait to see how it progresses.
Me too. It's always exciting to work on something that has such a significant potential impact.
Hi there, how can I help you today?
I have a bit of a legal issue that I need some advice on.
Sure, I'd be happy to assist you. What type of legal issue is it?
Well, I'm starting a new business and I need help setting it up legally.
Okay, great. What kind of business are you starting?
It's going to be a food truck that serves tacos.
Awesome. So, have you registered your business with the government yet?
No, I haven't. I'm not even sure where to start with that.
No problem, we can help you with that. And have you obtained any necessary licenses?
No, I haven't. What kind of licenses do I need?
You'll need a food service license, a mobile food vendor permit, and a business license, to name a few.
Wow, there's a lot to take care of.
There definitely is, but we'll guide you through the process to make it as smooth as possible.
That's a relief. Thanks for your help.
Of course, it's our pleasure to assist you in any way we can. Do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment, but I'm sure I will soon.
Sounds good. Remember, we're always here to help. Have a great day.
You too, thanks again.
Hey B, have you heard about the latest trend in education technology?
No, what is it?
Big data. We can use data analytics to optimize the learning experience for students.
That sounds interesting. How exactly do we do that?
By collecting and analyzing data on student performance and behavior, we can personalize their learning journey.
Oh, I see. So, what type of data should we collect?
We can collect data on their engagement level, time spent on different topics, and their learning style.
That makes sense. Have you thought about how we can use this data to improve their learning experience?
Yes, we can use the data to create personalized learning plans, recommend relevant learning materials, and even predict students' performance.
That's impressive. Can we use machine learning algorithms to make predictions?
Yes, we can build models that identify patterns in the data and make predictions based on those patterns.
That's some advanced technology. How do we ensure that we're protecting students' privacy while collecting their data?
We can create strict data privacy policies and use encryption to keep the data secure.
That's good to know. How do we get started with implementing this?
First, we need to collect and clean the data. Then, we can use data visualization tools to analyze the data and create insights.
Sounds like a plan. Do you have any ideas on how we can communicate these changes to the students?
We can create dashboards that students can access to view their progress and provide feedback.
Wow, this is going to revolutionize the education industry.
Definitely, and we can use the insights we gain from this data to continuously improve the learning experience.
I'm excited to see the impact this will have on students. Thanks for sharing your ideas, A.
No problem, B. Let's get started on this project as soon as possible. Greetings, fellow conservationist. I love this hillside, it's a beautiful place for nature enthusiasts like us.
Hi there. Yes, I agree. As a farmer, I appreciate everything the land provides. It's important we take care of it.
I couldn't agree more. Do you have any tips on how to protect the soil?
Crop rotation is a good method to prevent erosion and replenish nutrients. It also helps reduce the need for harmful pesticides and herbicides.
That's great advice. Speaking of pesticides, what's your stance on their use?
I strongly believe in organic farming practices. We need to protect our water sources, which can be contaminated by pesticide runoff.
That's a great point. How do you manage to conserve water resources on your farm?
Instead of using traditional irrigation methods, I invested in drip irrigation. It conserves water by delivering it directly to the plants, minimizing waste.
That's impressive. I would love to see it in action sometime. It's important that we all do our part to protect the environment.
Absolutely, regardless of our backgrounds, we all depend on a healthy ecosystem. Thank you for being passionate about conservation too.
Thank you too. Let's continue to work together to protect our planet. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is John.
John, am I correct to assume that you were caught stealing a box of chocolates?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, stealing is a crime, as you know. And these chocolates are evidence against you.
I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it.
You have quite a sweet tooth, I see. Do you have any previous convictions?
No, this is my first time, I swear.
Well, let's hope it'll be your last. Do you want me to send you to jail, or are you going to pay a fine?
I'll pay the fine, officer. I learned my lesson.
Great. That's the spirit. Do you need a ride home, or can you find your way back on your own?
No, I can manage on my own. Thanks for asking.
All right, then. Here's your ticket, sir. Please be more careful next time.
Yes, officer. Thank you.
And, one more thing. Don't worry, those chocolates will be enjoyed by someone else now.
Laughs, I guess so.
Hi there, I'm the cybersecurity engineer for this company. Nice to meet you, B.
Hi, A. I'm glad to meet you too. As the system administrator, I'm always looking for ways to improve network security.
That's great to hear. I'm sure we'll make a great team. So, where do you think we should start with the network security?
Well, I think we should start by identifying potential vulnerabilities in our current network infrastructure.
Excellent idea. We can use various tools and techniques to identify those vulnerabilities and then develop a plan to mitigate them.
Sounds like a plan. Do you think we should involve other departments in this process, like HR or legal?
Absolutely. A security incident can impact all aspects of a company, so it's important to have a multidisciplinary approach to security.
I couldn't agree more. Speaking of incidents, have you ever had to deal with any major security breaches?
Fortunately, not yet. But, it's important to always stay alert and be prepared for any potential threats.
Definitely. It's like being a superhero, always ready to save the day.
Haha, I like the superhero analogy. But, let's make sure we have a solid plan in place so we don't have to use our powers too often.
Agreed. So, what's our next step in creating a secure network?
Well, we should start with implementing strong access controls and authentication mechanisms.
Yes. Making sure only authorized users have access to our network is crucial. And what about encryption?
Yes, encryption is also important for protecting sensitive data in transit and at rest.
Great, we're off to a good start. I'm looking forward to working together to create a secure and reliable network infrastructure.
Me too, B. This is going to be an exciting journey. Hi there, are you ready for this rock climbing challenge?
I'm not sure. I've never really done anything like this before.
Don't worry, I'm an experienced climber. I'll guide you through it.
Alright, let's do this. Where do we start?
We'll start with some easy climbs to warm up. Then we can move on to more challenging ones.
Sounds good to me. By the way, what's the name of this cliff?
It's called the Tooth. It's one of the most popular climbing spots here in the Alps.
Whoa, I can see why. The view from here is amazing.
Yeah, it's breathtaking. Just remember to focus on climbing though.
Right, gotcha. So, what's the hardest climb you've ever done?
That would probably be El Capitan in Yosemite National Park. It took me 3 days to reach the summit.
3 days? That's insane.
Yeah, but it was totally worth it. The sense of accomplishment you get from conquering a climb like that is indescribable.
Well, I don't think I'll be climbing anything that big anytime soon.
Laughs, no worries, we'll start small and work our way up.
Alright, let's do this thing. I'm ready for the challenge.
Hello there. Where to?
Hi, can you take me to Michigan Avenue, please?
Sure thing. Buckle up for safety. Do you want me to explain some of the traffic rules as we drive towards there?
That would be great. I heard Chicago can be a bit tricky to navigate.
Well, the speed limit in Chicago's downtown area is 30 miles per hour. And if the bus is approaching a bus stop and signaling to pull out, you can't overtake it.
That's some helpful advice. Anything else I should know?
You can't turn left during rush hour unless there's a left turn arrow. And it's also illegal to block an intersection, so wait at a red light behind the crosswalk.
Wow, I never knew that. Thanks for explaining.
No problem. Oh, and one more thing, pedestrians always have the right of way in Chicago, so always look out for them about to cross the street.
Good to know. Thanks again for the helpful tips. We're here now.
No problem. Hope you have a great time in the Windy City. Hi there. I hear we're working on developing a new smart home system. Do you have any ideas on where to start, B?
Hey. Yes, I have some initial thoughts. We should focus on integrating security, energy efficiency, and convenience.
Sounds like a good start. What kind of sensors and devices do we need to consider for home security?
We'll need motion sensors, door and window sensors, and cameras. I'm thinking we can also implement facial and voice recognition technology for added security.
Those are great features. What about energy efficiency? How can we help homeowners save on their utility bills?
We can add smart thermostats that can learn a user's daily routines and adjust the temperature accordingly. We can also introduce smart lighting that can turn off automatically when no one is in the room.
Very cool. I love the idea of smart lighting. What about convenience? What can we do to make things easier for homeowners?
How about implementing voice-activated controls for devices in the home? We can also integrate smart home assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Home.
Brilliant. We've got some really interesting ideas here. But what about privacy concerns? How can we ensure that users feel secure and protected?
We can add strong encryption and regular updates to keep user data safe. We can also implement a system for users to control the sharing of their data.
Good point. We want to make sure users feel confident in using our technology. Do you have any other ideas on how we can make this smart home system stand out from others on the market?
Perhaps we can have a unique feature that allows users to monitor their home's air quality or humidity levels. We can also make our system more affordable and user-friendly.
That's a great idea. We need to make sure our system is accessible and easy for anyone to use. Overall, I think we've got a really promising plan here. Thank you for your input, B.
Of course, hey. This was a productive brainstorming session. I'm excited to see how our smart home system turns out.